joints right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your ism, right? Play this shit right here and resuscitate your pimpin' and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, this that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them fag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dough. Over 120 in the sun for fun. They mash for hours, hooking baths, not showers. Bright and early, down and dirty for the cash and power. They gotta get the cash, the towers, and reach it all to a pimp. In my position, I'm all but exempt. These bras not wimps, I'm like them renegade bitches. BFFs with tricks but never getting paid riches. Grenade bitches, they dynamite, blowing up on the pimpin' and missing when the time is right. But when they life gets strife, they see pimpin' shining bright, but they action is life without. Bitch, one strike, you out. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. See, that's the difference, nigga. The pimpin' mashing for these riches, nigga. Nothing like you master magician, niggas. Smoking mirrors with your game, hella extras to reflect the opposite appearance of a lame. Bitches coming from y'all, I can't rock with those. Tender-footed and rooted in them doctor shows. Soft shoe rituals, minute residuals. Papers on life support, your loots and critical. Something I learned about when running my earned route. And working with turnouts is murdering burnouts. Cause knocking one of you niggas for a scarred bitch, that's knocking one of you niggas for some garbage. I'm heartless regardless, empty with sympathy, but banked up to the max with pimpathy. No remedy for me, I'm like this. My life is vice grip, synced in permanent ink. You can't rewrite this. My blood type is P positive, beautifully deposited with a lot of it. I'm popping this shit, and when I pop it so hard I make a trapping ass bad bitch wanna hoe hard. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. Come on, pimpin', man, pop that shit. Show these sucker niggas they can't stop that shit. Let these hookers know if they wanna cop that shit. Treat the bag like it's hot, bitch, and drop that shit. And to you hoes, if you ever took a loss, bitch, show these bitches how to bounce back like a boss, bitch. Let them know that the best way to floss, bitch, is reach that paper to some pimpin' hoe and toss it. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga.
This thing, man, I don't want him. Awesome. Damn near should've wore a condom. Just a little baby mama drama. Bald headed hoe, take the wig off. Bitch, you don't never drop the kids off. White hoe look like jigsaw. Black bitch thick and her skin soft. Little apartment, this the big house. See me with the bitch and her friends out. Now it's time for me to keep the kids home. That was just a lie, still can't see him. Never took my son to the museum. Not an ice man, just a cold pill. Talking to the trick through the whole deal. Might make a hoe whoop another hoe. 007, I don't trust a hoe. Snoop Dogg said never love a hoe. Ducking child support with the jelly roll. Just a little baby mama drama. Just a little baby mama drama. Just a little baby mama drama. Bitch still mad, I don't want her. Red drop top all summer. Shit, shoulda wore a condom. Shit, baby mama drama. Destination smoke cost no tender. Uber XL, I'm a whole sender. Sauce Avatar, yeah, a whole bender. Choosing V10 at the door. Send it to the 6 to a show. Skin with a trick in the snow. Wild honey came from the hole. Baby girl, man, we don't cuddle up. Two new bunnies had to double up. Say I don't be with my son enough. The bitch don't never want to give them up. Sent 20K for my son the other day and she still backed off like it wasn't nothing. She got tight cause she couldn't spend the night. Other baby mama here, daughter and my son. Nigga have his kids together. Just a little baby mama drama. Just a little baby mama drama. Just a little baby mama drama. Bitch still mad, I don't want her. Red drop top on summer. Damn near shoulda wore a condom. Just a little baby mama drama. Do it. Do it. Do it. Stupid ass nigga.
Oh man, I can't lie. That shit right there, go. However you feel about the situation is whatever, but you can't deny that song. That song, go. You know what I mean? For sure, for sure. Man, let me see, man. Cause my shit is tripping, man. Like, what is going on? Yeah, Sauce came with a banger on that song. You know what I mean? You can't deny that. You might feel whatever way you feel about the situation, about him, about the bitch, but one thing that cannot be denied, that song, go. You dig. Hold on. God damn. Okay, there we go. Damn. Okay, now. Give me just a second, y'all. Let me fix this shit real quick. Hold on, stay right there. Don't go nowhere. Okay. Yeah, to switch cameras because the shit I was trying to do was on some bullshit. I like my Android camera better, but the Android be extra'd out trying to be compatible with the Apple products. You dig? But yeah, man, with no further ado, let's get into this game, man. Y'all already know what to do, man. Wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. Hit that like button. I know y'all can see me fine, but let me know if you can hear me fine as well. You should be able to hear a pimp with no problem. So we can get to this game. And cheers to the game while I hydrate my game one more time. Okay, now. This shit been all over the internet, man, for the past few days, and everybody been sweating me. Freeze, you got to talk about the Sauce situation. Freeze, man. You got to talk about this, man. Man. And see, I know what y'all want. Everybody want me. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people want me to roast, and a lot of people probably want me to chop Sauce up, but this ain't about that. This ain't even really so much about Sauce. This is about the game. And within this game, you know, we gonna call this shit as it is, right? And you know, we just gonna chop this shit up, man. So y'all already know me, man. I really do not like giving No Jumper any attention at all. I don't like watching No Jumper. I'm not subscribed to No Jumper. You know, I really don't like going to that channel. But for the sake of the game, you know, when you in this YouTube world, man, sometimes you got to give people what they want. And I know y'all want me to review this damn interview. So, you know, I my little workaround that I was gonna try to come with was to go to reviews from different people, but it just ain't the same. And those different reviews, they don't have the full shit like how it is going to the original interview. So Pimp gonna have to bite the bullet, man, and do this bullshit and watch this damn channel. But we gonna get into this interview, man. And again, if you ain't wiped your feet off at the door stepping into a pimp's domain, please do so now. Hit that like button. What the feezy is going on? Oh, okay. Hold on. I know y'all can hear me, but you can't see shit. Stay right there. Bam. Now you can see a pimp, but why can you not see my internet? What is going on? Oh. There we go. Wait. Come on, man. That ain't it, man. What y'all doing, man? Come on, man. Boy, they be trying to come against this game, though. Why? Wait, let me see if I can do that. Hold on. Let's see if I can do this. Maybe I could just nigga rig some shit. Yeah, you know, Pimp can nigga rig some shit. Okay, there we go. Ain't nothing but this game. Okay, now. Let's get into it.
No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And I feel like today we are doing the Lord's work, having a conversation that really needs to happen because you...
See, this lame ass motherfucker already come in with you know, saying some bullshit out of his mouth, talking about doing the Lord's work. Hey, man, the Lord ain't got nothing to do with you being one of the girls with this bitch, man. You know, having red table talk with this bitch, man. The Lord ain't got nothing to do with that, man. But let's continue. Oh, matter of fact, hold on. Let me put it at normal speed because I had to sped up a little bit. But let's put it at normal speed. And here we go.
You, Kylie, have a lot of information that I think that the world deserves to know. And I really appreciate you coming out here and doing this.
Of course.
Yeah. So, okay.
Happy to be here.
You're from where originally?
Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. Okay. And I mean, when did you first meet Sauce Walka? I guess is probably the first question we should go to.
I was pretty young. Honestly, I was scared of him. And then
Where'd you meet him?
Through Instagram mostly.
He reached out to you, or you hit him up?
He reached out to a friend of mine,
Okay.
and he was reaching out to her for me in a sense.
He was like, "Hey, I want to talk to your friend."
He was trying to really get at both of us essentially, and then whenever he saw me in person, he was like, "I want her," and I was like, "I'm scared." And
Why were you scared?
Just his persona.
Okay.
Things that I've heard about.
You'd never
him.
hung out with a rapper before?
No, I was really young.
How young are we talking?
I was freshly 18.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Man, these bitches be so full of shit, and this what I want y'all to understand, right? This is gonna be the undercurrent of this whole interview. This bitch came through the door full of shit. Really, she came into the world full of shit. Before she could even walk, talk, or understand anything, she already was full of shit, right? But she's coming into this interview fully full of shit. That's what I want y'all to understand, right? Talking this shit about, see, this is what bitches try to do, especially like this situation where it's a baby mama of a rapper and all this type of shit, right? A bitch is always gonna try to make herself the biggest thing in the equation. And by her making herself seem like she was afraid of him when they first got together, when they first met, introduced to each other, what have you, by her making herself appear that she was afraid of him, that makes her seem bigger than him, like she was too good for him or he wasn't good enough for her or some shit like that. And it's like, bitch, knock it off. You know, people love to go back and rewrite history to their liking, but, you know, in the words of Draco the Ruler, man, rest in peace, we know the truth, bitch. Like, stop with all this, you was afraid, bitch. You wasn't afraid when you was trying to put his dick in your mouth, but let's continue.
oh, how did he win you over?
Well, essentially, COVID happened, and then I saw him blowing up all over OnlyFans. I didn't have any money. I was broke. I couldn't even pay my bills at the time during COVID, and then I was like, well, let me just see what this is about, and that's kind of how it all started.
And so
Yeah, so bitch, you was a bum and you seen some light at the end of the tunnel, that light being Sauce Walka. You know, he blessed you with an opportunity. So bitch, stop with all this like you was afraid and all that, because, you know, I'm pretty sure that he was shining when they met. Pretty sure he had his jewelry on. He probably was riding in some nice shit, you know, cause you know, he still was doing his thing at that time. He was still a famous rapper when they met. You know, had been a famous rapper for some years by the time they met. So, you know, all this afraid shit, I was scared of him and all that, bitch, knock it off. You know what I mean? Let's continue.
was the origin of the relationship business oriented, or were you guys seeing each other romantically?
Business mostly.
And so he said, I want to be your OnlyFans manager, essentially.
If that's how you want to put it, yeah.
What did he call it?
What he always calls it on Instagram, pimping.
Okay, so he told you, I want to be your pimp.
Yeah, and I knew what it was too when I got with him.
But was he saying that he wanted to just run your OnlyFans, or was he saying he also wanted to have you out doing dates and whatnot?
No, he was wanting mostly on OnlyFans, and I was working in the strip club too.
Okay.
So.
Okay, and did he have he had other girls that he was doing OnlyFans with already at that point?
Yeah.
Because I have seen videos of him on OnlyFans, which was kind of surprising during COVID to see that.
Yeah, I think everyone was surprised.
Okay. And what percentage was he taking from your OnlyFans?
Bitch, 100%,
I would say. And then he would give me some back to pay whatever bills I needed to pay, or, you know.
And how did you agree to that? Like, that, it just feels like, you know, when people hear about OnlyFans managers taking 80%, they're like horrified. 100 sounds insane. Like, how, in retrospect, why would you agree to that?
I was just young and dumb, and I was just like, if this is
And you still fairly young, but still just as dumb, if not dumber. See, and this is what I don't like about these platforms, man. And this is what ain't cool about, Adam22 and people like him. They throw rocks and try to hide their hand. Now here he is, asking this, bitch that Adam ain't the sharpest tool in the shed himself, but he knows that this bitch ain't smart neither. So he knows that, he can manipulate the situation and get her to say whatever he wants her to say. And she might try to be smart about certain things. But here it is. She's saying that Sauce Walka was her pimp and that she was breaking herself to him for 100%. And this is why I didn't really want to go into certain things that y'all might want me to go into, because it could be potentially harmful to people in real life. And that's what I want y'all to understand, man. And that's what I want y'all to pay attention to with this bitch, man. Because, a lot of guys end up in this situation who never thought they would end up in this situation. A lot of dudes who don't have nothing to do with the game, it could be a square motherfucker or what have you, end up in these type of situations. Puffy is the most recent and vivid example of that. Puffy ain't no damn pimp, but he locked up with charges that they charge pimps with. And they try to charge him with a charge that they charge the mafia with, which is the RICO. But, this bitch right here, man, she just ain't cool, man. She talking about he was her pimp and this, that, and the third, man. And of course, Adam, he gonna try to get her to give the most salacious answers that he can, because he's essentially one of the girls with the bitch. But let's continue, man.
I need to do right now. This is what I need to do right now, and see where it goes. Ride the wave,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely did.
Okay.
He paid for a BBL and my boobs.
Okay.
So yeah, I definitely did.
And you were happy about this? Would you say you were happy about it at first?
Yeah, I think I was pleased with it.
Okay. At what point did you guys start dating, or does it become that sort of thing?
It was about a year into it.
Okay.
When things started getting a little more serious, and also that's when things got really bad.
Okay. So, but had you guys already been
Boy, these bitches is full of shit, man. Talking about a year into it. So she trying to make it seem like all he was doing was just breaking on her for the first year. And we know how this shit go, man. Stop it. Knock it off.
having sex on OnlyFans prior to that?
Yeah, after my BBL.
Okay.
So
all right.
prior to my BBL, I was just on OnlyFans by myself.
And were you developing feelings for him kind of the whole time, or how did that turn into an actual relationship?
I think so, and I think he as well. We were spending a lot of time together constantly. We lived together, so it happens naturally.
Okay. And so you said that the time that you got into a relationship was also when it started to get abusive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mentally, physically, emotionally.
How would you?
Now, I can just already imagine, because I ain't watched this interview. This is my first time watching it with y'all. I've seen clips, and very few clips at that. But as far as this full interview, especially this part right here, it's my first time seeing it. But I can already tell that the bitch is about to go into a whole dramatic story about how he was so abusive to her and all this old shit. But I want y'all to keep in mind that phone call with him that she recorded and put all over the internet that went viral, right? One thing I want you to keep in mind about that is that when she tried to make it seem to him yeah, you already put your hands on me, he was like, no, I didn't. And mind you, he don't even know that he's being recorded, because I'm sure if he did, he wouldn't have even engaged in the phone call. So by him not realizing that he's being recorded, he's being candid at the same time. He being 100. And within him being candid and 100, he lets it be known, I didn't put my hands on you. And she agreed. When he was like, I didn't put my hands on you, but XYZ, wooty wooty whoop, she agreed. So it was confirmed in that phone call that he never put his hands on the bitch. But watch what she do right here. And like I said, I ain't even seen this shit. But I already know the bitch finna make it seem like he was just Ike Turner and Joe Jackson on the bitch. But let's continue.
That kind of began.
Honestly, after I got my boobs done, where things started going left, and he was coming off drink, and I was helping him sober up and taking care of him during his detox, and then
Man, these bitches, man, hey, man. See, these bitches freestyle game be worse than cannabis, man. Bitch might as well pull out a notepad with some notes as far as the answers to these questions, man, because their freestyle game is trash, man. Talking about she was helping them get off drink. Bitch, stop it. She probably was drinking more drink than he was or doing more of other shit than he was. You know, I just know how bitches is.
one day he just woke up and snapped on me,
And what was him snapping on you like?
pinning me up against the wall and strangling me.
Really?
Yeah.
And I mean, like, there's...
And at that point, I was already kind of too far deep. And, you know, like when someone abuses you, the only thing that really makes you feel better is that person. So it's not as easy as to just get up and leave and say, "F it," whenever I've already invested all this time, money, and now I'm emotionally involved with you. It's not that easy to just...
No, yeah, I think like a lot of people think that it would be easy for a woman to exit that kind of situation. And in reality, you know, he spent like a year kind of building up your confidence in him and like sort of infiltrating every part of your life. That's kind of like textbook abuser behavior,
exactly.
right?
This old wannabe Chris Hansen ass motherfucker, man, he getting on my damn nerves, man. This nigga, man, motherfucking Gloria Allred, Lisa Bloom ass nigga, man. This motherfucker killed me with this shit. Textbook abuser behavior and all this old bullshit. How the fuck do you know? Is you a former battered wife? Was you formerly in a relationship where a nigga was beating you up and abusing you, motherfucker? This shit kills me, man. But man, let's continue, man, because I'll just keep on talking. Let's continue.
Right. So would you say that like that violence, like the actual physical abuse, became a consistent thing? Like would it stop for periods of time, or was it pretty consistent?
I would say like physical would stop for periods of time depending on how angry he would get. But the emotional and spiritually, that never stopped.
Really?
Man, like I said, keep in mind that phone call where the bitch was like, "You already been putting your hands on me," and he was like, "No, I didn't," and she agreed. I want y'all to keep that in mind. So it was established in that phone call between the both of them. They both agreed that he never put his hands on the bitch. But look at this shit. Now she trying to make it seem like he was just, you know, Kung Fu Joe upside this bitch's head every time, you know what I mean, she blinked wrong or some shit. First of all. Second of all, you know, it takes two to tango. And whether or not it was, you know, any, you know, emotional abuse or mental abuse, all these fake ass abuses that motherfuckers be claiming and all this so shit, the bitch ain't never gonna make herself at fault for anything. Just pay attention to that. We ain't even 6 minutes into this interview. She's never gonna make herself at fault for anything. The bitch is gonna be spotless and without blemish throughout this whole picture that she painted, this whole movie that she call herself narrating. She ain't gonna never be at fault for anything. Pay attention to that. And we all know that bitches, especially a bitch like this bitch ain't shit. She's made it very clear to the whole world at this point that she's not shit. But she's never gonna be wrong in her testimony at all.
Yeah. From then on, it was just like, you're an ugly bitch. F you, bitch. I'm the one who did this for you. And
your mind way of like, this is how I'm gonna break her down emotionally so that I can completely control her.
Yeah, he definitely 100%. He still thinks I'm his property.
Really?
Even though I haven't been with him.
And see, this is another thing I want y'all to pay attention to. See, Adam, and he never has really been a good interviewer. The best interviewer that they've probably had on there really was Sharp. And I know a lot of people talk shit about Sharp and say he always will argue and yell at bitches and shit like that. And see, what you got to understand about Sharp is when he came to No Jumper doing interviews, he was fresh. He was brand new. He didn't have any experience interviewing motherfuckers like Adam did. Adam had years of experience. And even now, he's got over a decade of experience, and he's still not a good interviewer, right? If you pay attention, and this has a lot to do with his disdain for Sauce Walka, but he's scripting her answers. Like he's not letting her, come with her own thoughts. He's like scripting the interview the way that he wants it to go, and kind of like, prying the answers out of her that he wants to pry, ultimately to make Sauce look bad. I want y'all to pay attention to that too. As opposed to somebody like a Shannon Sharp. If you pay attention to the way Shannon Sharp's style of interviews go, he don't script motherfuckers to give answers that he wants them to give. And any good interviewer don't do that. But just pay attention to how Adam is constantly doing that. He's like putting thoughts in her head. He's not letting her think for herself. But he calling, I would imagine he gonna try to make it seem throughout this interview that Sauce is this big manipulator and shit like that. But he's manipulating this goofy ass bitch throughout the whole interview.
Since halfway through my pregnancy with our son.
Wow. So, okay. But at a certain point, like, did you try to distance yourself? Because like, I feel like, especially with him taking 100% of your money, that sounds like really insane. Like that sounds like something that you probably would have kind of been mentioning, like, hey, I don't necessarily think that this arrangement is fair. Like, did you?
No, it is fair, because see, what motherfuckers square ass people like him don't understand is that if the bitch was getting 100% of whatever money she was a part of earning, she's gonna throw that shit in the fireplace. She's gonna throw that shit in the garbage can, because any man who done dealt with bitches and money simultaneously understands that, bitches are just terrible with money. Some are way worse than others, but I guarantee you, and she was real young at that time, man, she didn't know what the hell to do with no damn money. So why the hell he gonna give her, large sums of money so she could just, again, throw that shit in the fireplace or the garbage can? It don't make no damn sense, first of all. Then second of all, yeah, she's playing a part in it, and she does benefit from it the way that she's supposed to. But none of this will be possible if it's not for Sauce Walka. That's what you got to keep in mind. Call it what you want, say what you want, whatever the case may be. But the fact remains that, bitch, you wouldn't have these opportunities if it wasn't for that man. So, yeah, it's, I could go on and on as far as why the bitch was right in breaking herself to him 100%. But that's the gist of it right there.
To his attention and whatnot?
Yeah, I think eventually, as I started making a little bit more money, and then our relationship grew, he would leave me, if I made $10,000, he would leave me with $3,000, to just do what I needed to do and have money to get my nails done and buy what I needed to buy and food and stuff like that. But there were times where I had no money and I was begging for $100 so I could eat that day. Wow.
And I mean, that's how a guy like that would control you, I guess, is like,
yeah, for
to
sure.
Make it so you don't have options, right?
Yeah, he would put me in a position to where I had no other choice but to stay.
Did he like separate you from your friends?
Yeah, I lost a lot of friends and family over it.
Just because he wouldn't really like let you communicate with them, or?
Well,
see, you see the way he's framing the questions. Now, the way that he could have and should have framed that question was, how during this time, what was your relationship like with your friends and family? But instead, it's, so did he keep you away from your family and your friends? Like, how did that go? And of course, the bitch is going to agree with his ass, but just terrible, man. And by the way, if the video gets to buffering and shit like that, just click out and click back in.
He would trash them, and then, just all the toxicness between him and I, it took a toll on my other relationships. And eventually people were just like, this.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. So even your family, like, why would your family, like, how did that distance get created?
All the toxicness, and then of course, everything that they would see on the internet. It wasn't it's all over the place.
Did you try to leave at certain points? And how would he bring you back?
Well, he would destroy my stuff. Or I remember one incident, I pulled up with a moving truck at the house, and he took a knife to my $5,000 couch that I bought and just would almost refuse me to leave.
Wow.
So
how much do you feel like this behavior was exaggerated by the fact that he, he's pretty open about the fact that he's like really, really into drinking lean, and anybody who drinks lean, they kind of have this like effect where maybe you're having a good time on Friday night, but then come Saturday morning, you're fucking furious and acting out, right? I'm sure you got to experience that.
Oh yeah, on a day to day. Yeah, it was for a while, for a long time. He would wake up sipping drink.
Okay.
He would never put the cup down.
And
it was really hard for him to put it down.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he kind of talks about lean like it's this like gentleman's club, like it's like a elite yeah, it's like an elite league of players who drink lean or whatever. And I think like I saw Charleston saying this, and it kind of mirrored what I was thinking when I heard that. I was like, no, dude, you're a junkie. Like, what are you talking about?
Sipping lean is you're sipping liquid heroin.
Right.
You might as well put a needle on your arm.
Yeah. And I mean, I have done it. I understand how it's fun in small quantities, but to the point where you like have to do it to make it through the day, it becomes kind of scary.
Yeah. And then I saw the withdrawals that it caused, and he was down bad for 2 weeks.
Man, and see, this is just the shit that I don't like, man. If you in a relationship with somebody that's getting high all the time, it's only inevitable for you to start getting high eventually if you didn't already come into the situation as somebody that was getting high on something. This is a young white bitch in a situation with this man. They getting money together and all this type of shit and having fun. Bitch, you was doing something. If you wasn't sipping lean yourself along with him, you was doing powder, you was doing pills, you was doing something. I don't know what you was doing because I don't know you, but just knowing this game and knowing situations, how shit go. And then, yeah, by the way, you come from the strip club. You let it be known that when you got with him, you was working in the strip club. So yeah, bitch, like, don't try to make it seem like this man was just this junkie and you just was this angel. Because 9 times out of 10, if you working in that strip club, you getting all kind of shit pushed in your face constantly. And then Adam, we already know you got a history of being a junkie your damn self, man. So like, this shit be killing me how motherfuckers get up here. See, if you was Freeze or somebody like that who ain't never been a slave to none of this bullshit, then you could talk shit. But don't sit up here and try to talk shit when you done been a slave to some shit your damn self.
And couldn't leave the toilet because he was so sick.
Really?
Yeah.
Just be shitting?
And throwing up, face in the toilet. He would sleep on the bathroom floor. I felt bad for him because It was awful. I felt like I needed to take him to the hospital.
Right, because you posted a video of him where he's like kind of like this, like he just sort of like just looks like a straight up like junkie. Like I don't feel bad using that word because that's like the only way I could describe it. But there's a video on your Instagram where he does not look well, and you're kind of like messing with him. You're like poking him.
Yeah.
What was that video? Like when was that film?
And see, the bitch laughing like that shit is funny. And, she doing her best to humiliate this man. And this is what bitches don't be thinking about, man. The type of shit that ain't cool. Like, y'all got a son together. This is your son's father. This is a little boy whose father you doing your best to humiliate in front of the world. And this shit is going to stay on the internet forever. And see, like, I told y'all about a situation with me, right? Where when my daughter was about 11, 12 years old, something like that, she was at school with her friends and they all had the bright idea to Google their parents. And, when she Googled me at the time, y'all know who one of my biggest haters, or not one of them, my biggest hater on the internet, y'all know who that is. And this motherfucker had posted all kind of inflammatory shit about me on the internet. So, and he did it to where when you search my name, this is the first shit that would pop up. So, needless to say, when my daughter Googled my name right there in front of her friends, they see all kind of crazy ass shit. And I got to have a conversation with my 11, 12-year-old daughter about this shit. So I say all of that to say, you know, this bitch ain't thinking about the day that's going to come when her son is old enough to understand certain things, and he's seeing all this type of shit about his father on the internet that this bitch put on the internet. You know, she not thinking about having that conversation with her son and him possibly asking her like, Mom, why would you post these things about my dad on the internet? Right? But let's continue.
I think it was not too long ago.
Okay.
Honestly. Yeah. Couple months ago, maybe.
And he would try to quit lean, but he just like kept going back to it.
Yeah.
Really? Wow, that's fucked up. So at what point in all this do you get pregnant?
I got pregnant in 2023. My son was born September 25th, 2023. And honestly, when I got pregnant, like, I knew I was kind of fucked.
Really?
You know, I knew
now you're really stuck with him, yeah.
Yeah, and at that point, I was kind of like, well, shit, I have to see it through now. And, yeah, and I think from then forward, I just grew up and got a better head on my shoulders and was like, I can't deal with this with a child.
Damn, did you consider terminating the pregnancy or no?
Yeah, I did a few times, but I didn't. I had never been pregnant before at that time, never had a miscarriage or an abortion, and to me, it didn't feel right to do it, so I didn't.
For sure.
And I don't regret doing it because I love my son.
For sure. How did he react to the news that you were pregnant? He was happy about it and wanted you to keep it, or?
Yeah, he was happy about it. It was something that we talked about previously in our relationship for a while. And then it happened, so we decided to go through with it. But yeah, he was happy. But then about 3 months into my pregnancy, he just up and disappeared.
Really?
Up until my due date month.
And you just didn't see him at all, or?
Nope, I didn't. Maybe a few times he dropped in and out. But there was a time where I had to move. My lease was up on the house that I was living in, and I moved, and he didn't even know where I was living. Yeah, but also at the time, I was dead broke, could barely afford my own rent. I would call him and ask him to drop off money or to help me with this, help me with that, and he refused.
Really?
Now, you know, of course, this is the bitch side of the story, so we already know there's some holes in it and some parts missing and things being twisted and manipulated and all of that. But let's just say hypothetically that it was true that during this time he disappeared on her, she was broke, this, that, and the third. Again, she's not going to reveal, and Adam is not even going to ask that type of question to have her reveal why it was that way. If everything was cool and then he just up and disappeared on you 3 months into your pregnancy, like, why? Bitch, did you do something? And if you did, what was that something? 9 times out of 10, she probably disrespected him, you know, in some terrible way, if it did even happen that way. But it might not even happen that way. The bitch might just be putting a 2 on a 10, exaggerating the shit. And if you was to hear Sauce's side of the story, it'd be a completely different story. It's just what bitches do, man. I know we in an age now where a lot of you young niggas, man, y'all done been conditioned to believe everything a bitch say. You know, women can't never be dishonest. Women can't never lie. Believe everything a woman say and all this shit, man. But these motherfuckers are the most deceptive, conniving, scandalous people in the world. This is what you gotta understand. Like, the most scandalous motherfucker walking this planet is not a man. The most scandalous motherfucker walking this planet is a woman. Not saying all women are scandalous and all men are not scandalous. I'm just saying the most scandalous motherfucker. If we went on a hunt to find the most scandalous motherfucker alive, it's going to be a bitch. It's not going to be a man. So just keep that in mind.
So he's taking all your money. You're pregnant with his child, and he won't even do anything to help you get by. What would he say? Like, how would he suggest that you were able to?
He just would ignore me.
Really?
He wouldn't even answer the phone. Yeah.
Wow.
But why? Like, if everything was so good and you was making this man so much money, how you trying to make it seem, why would he not be there for you? And then DeBell in the comments just made a good point. Bitch, how did you move if you didn't have any money? You saying your lease was up during this time y'all wasn't speaking, that he ghosted you or whatever, but you had to move because your lease was up and he didn't know where you was living. How did you make this move if you was so broke? See, you just gotta pay attention, man. These bitches be full of shit. This bitch is definitely full of shit.
I know his other baby mamas went through that as well.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So
now she's speaking for other bitches. If this is the case, these bitches ain't never got on the internet doing what your ass is doing. We probably would have heard about that or seen that a long time ago if this is what was really going on. Now she's speaking for other bitches. Like, bitch, speak for yourself. It's bad enough you already lying on yourself. Don't start lying on other bitches too.
Communication with some of his other baby mamas now?
No, I do not speak to them whatsoever. I'm at odds with one of them for sure. I'm not fond of her. Even though I sympathize with her because she goes through the same things that I go through.
But she goes back just like you were doing?
Yeah, more. I think she's still with him.
Is this the redhead one? I forget what her Instagram name is or whatever, but
yes.
Okay. Because yeah, that's a lot to get into, but like, okay, I'll table that. But like, so do you have the baby and is he around for the baby being born or anything? Or?
Yeah, he was. And I remember whenever I was in labor, I told the hospital, do not allow anyone to come up here unless I agree to it. Mm-hmm. And he almost refused that to where I had to let him up.
Really?
Mm-hmm. My mom was there and she was really upset about it.
See, but you just this angel that was abandoned during the pregnancy and all this shit. But when this man want to be there for his child being born, you don't want to let him in. Like, make this shit make sense. You know, it's a bitch. So, you know, bitches be having a hard, especially bitches like this. You know, it's almost impossible for a bitch like this to make it make sense. But just pay attention to what's being said. He trying to be there for when his son is being born. And she trying to prohibit that. But he just this monster that abandoned you and was abusing you and all this old shit. Okay.
I'm so upset that she ended up leaving the hospital so he could be there.
Wow. And what do you think that he's like doing when he's like ignoring his pregnant girlfriend for months and months and months at a time? Like, what's he out there doing?
Whatever he wants to do. I don't know. I really couldn't even tell you. Working, rapping, spending time with other girls.
Look, she had to throw that in there. Yes, bitch, he's definitely working and rapping. He's a professional entertainer. So he has a career in that. So of course he's going to be extremely busy doing that. And that's another thing that I didn't mention earlier when she was talking about how he just disappeared on her. But yeah, he got business to handle. He's a businessman. But she going to throw in there spending time with other girls. Yeah, bitch, you was jealous. And you probably wasn't, you know, the breadwinner of the whole family. So between, you know, him probably spending time with other bitches because, you know, they falling in line, they following suit the way they supposed to, and you're not, which is most likely what took place. You know, or you probably thinking that you deserve some type of treatment that they don't, or whatever the case may be. But that shit right there, First she talking about how, you know, the other baby mamas is going through the same shit she going through now. She talking about how he was spending time with other girls while he wasn't spending time with her. Yeah, bitch, you jealous. You still jealous right now. You supposed to be this big old bitch and trying to make it seem like he ain't good enough for you and all that type of shit. But you jealous. That's the bottom line.
Ever
Right.
traveling, you know,
For sure.
just going on with his life like he doesn't have a pregnant girl at the house.
Wow. I'm sorry.
Right. He was supposed to just be a bum ass nigga and lay up with you in the bed, feeding you bonbons and hot Cheetos and pickles with ice cream and all that type of shit. He just supposed to lay up and be a loser with you while you pregnant. His life is supposed to just stop. You know what I mean? While you pregnant.
Really hard to deal with.
It was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then you have the baby, and is he more supportive now that you've had the kid, or?
Yeah, he was the first month of my son's life. He was probably with me every day. And then things again went left on a very sharp left turn.
What happened?
And then I asked him, I was like, my rent is coming up, you know, I think my rent was $2,400.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have some money to pay my rent? I freshly postpartum newborn baby. And he essentially refused. And I was like, okay, well then I have to go to work. If I have to go to the strip club, that's what I have to do. And I dropped off my son with his cousin, and his cousin called me back and had me pull back up to where they were at, and he had me jumped.
He had you jumped with your kid right there, or?
Yes.
So your kid's...
His dad was there. Mm-hmm.
And so what, like a bunch of girls just kind of jump out?
2 of them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And
he recorded it. It's on video.
And really? Yeah. But that video's never been like released or anything?
I've never seen the video, no. But I know he has it.
So your baby's what age at this point?
A month or so.
And he has you jumped. But like what did you do that made him feel like now is the time that you deserve to get jumped?
I can't believe he asked the bitch this question. And I'm very interested to hear this bitch's answer. I know it's going to be colorful and, creative and things like that. You know, I know the bitch finna put the George Lucas, effects on this shit, the AI effects and everything. She gonna give an AI ass answer. I can't believe Adam just asked the bitch 16 minutes into the interview, what did you do? It's the first time he asked the bitch, what did you do? Let's see what she says.
I saw you post screenshots and stuff of him acknowledging that this happened.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, probably because I don't let him speak to me or talk to me or let him do whatever he wants to do to me. And that's part of our issue, and that's why things, I think, escalate. So
nah, bitch, 9 times out of 10 you probably came sideways out your neck with some bullshit ass disrespectful shit to this man. You know, that's more than likely not justifying, her being jumped, if that even happened, but if it did happen, 9 times out of 10, this bitch did something that she is delusional about and ain't gonna admit, even if it was like hardcore evidence put in her face, like, bitch, this is what you did, she's still gonna deny the shit.
Fast and so quickly, and to the point that it does is because I'm also like, F you, and I talk back, and you call me a bitch, I'm gonna call you a peon, and now we're at odds, and now you're mad.
Right.
And that's probably how it happened. That's how it always happens.
Did
you call me a bitch, I'll call you a peon. Bitch, you is a bitch. And he probably done called you 1,000 gazillion trillion fulfillion bitches before that, and you ain't got no problem with it. You know what I mean? When a motherfucker got his dick in your mouth, you ain't got a problem being called a bitch then when your hair is being pulled and you being choked and spanked and all that type of freaky shit going on. You ain't got no problem being called that then. But she trying to make it seem like through their whole relationship, he just wasn't allowed to call her a bitch. And if he did, it's a problem. Stop it, bitch.
Recognize the girls who were jumping you?
Did I what?
Did you recognize the girls who were jumping you? And
Yeah.
these are just girls that were around him?
His cousin. And then I think a girl also that was freshly around. I had never met her in person, but up until that point.
Damn. So how badly were you injured?
Not too badly. I have pictures of it. It was mostly just my head. I had some scratches and some bruising on my forehead, but that was really it.
And he's just like overseeing this? Like, what is he saying, or like, what does he say afterwards?
Well, after that, I took my son, obviously, back, and I went back home. And a couple of days later, he was at my house, banging on my door, begging me to take him back and be cool, and offering me money. And, you know, it's just the same old bullshit. It always is.
Wow. And how long did you separate at that point? Because, I mean, that's got to be kind of hard to get over, right?
Yeah, I think, you know, I did definitely take him back after that situation. And then I think
I think I did definitely take him back after that situation. Take him back. Boy, these bitches, man. See, man, you know, just seeing this shit and hearing this bitch talk, man, you know, the squares that's in attendance, man, this will just give you a little bit of a glimpse as to what the pimping go through in this game, man. You know, bitches be full of shit. They'll get on these platforms and lie, you know, just for the sake of some clout and some attention and things of that nature. But I just find it hard to believe that, you know, he had this bitch jump, and then a couple days later, he banging on her door, begging her on some, baby, come back. You could blame it all on me. Like, bitch, knock it off, man. I just don't believe this story that this bitch is telling, man. This bitch got stories like motherfucking Dr. Seuss.
to like a couple, maybe a month or so, a month and a half or so after that, he took me to a courtside game to the Rockets. And we, you know, he made up for it, essentially, I guess, if that's what you want to call it.
If he had laid hands on you like repeatedly over the years, why would he then feel the need to get you beat up by these girls, like just to not get his hands dirty?
Well, because during my pregnancy, I was so angry with him that I exposed him also around that time too.
Oh, that's when you first started posting about him, and that is what really triggered him, you think?
Yeah, and then I remember him telling me throughout my whole pregnancy, the few times that he would talk to me, and it was mostly arguments. It wasn't anything lovey-dovey or anything like that. He would mostly just scream at me and tell me that he's not going to put his hands on me anymore. He'll have other people do it.
Right.
Anymore. But again, I got to keep referencing that phone call. I got to keep going back to the phone call. On the phone call, she accused this man of putting hands on her. He immediately denied it. And then right after that, she agreed that he never put hands on her. Just keep that in mind. While she trying to make it seem like he was just beating her up all these years and shit.
And he has.
So that wasn't the only time that he got you set up?
Yeah, set up, no, but had other people put their hands on me. Yes, he's done that. But that was the first time he had me set up, and probably the only time he's had me set up. But there's been other incidents where other people were around, and he told them to do what they needed to do.
Right.
And they did.
Damn. So what was the worst time he ever put his hands on you, though? Like, how bad did that part of it get?
Well, probably the strangling. That was pretty bad. I have photos of that also.
Right.
I almost passed out during that time. And then probably the second time in Tampa, Florida, I flew out there to see him, and I gave him some money. And not even 3 seconds after that, me and him got into an argument, and then he open hand slapped me in my face, and I had to get stitches in my mouth.
Wow.
And, you know, I don't know, man. I just get the vibe, even though, like I said, I don't know this broad, but I just get the vibe that she's a smart mouth, gator mouth, hammerhead ass bitch, right? And she probably, be getting slick at the tongue a lot. And see, this is what I want y'all to understand too about this game, right? A lot of times, if a bitch break herself to a pimp, especially like if it's a substantial amount of money in their mind, they be thinking that they can buy a motherfucker's balls along with this, breaking. Like it's an exchange. Like I'm giving you this chunk of money in exchange for your balls. So bitches will start trying to test a motherfucker and talk to you crazy, thinking that this breaking, purchased that right for them. So I could just imagine, because I've experienced this shit myself, where a bitch will break her, she'll have a good night or a good few days, whatever, she was on automatic, she come in, break herself, and because the money is what she believes is so substantial, bitch will start talking greasy, unwarrantedly, like, bitch, where is this coming from? Like, who the fuck do you think you are? And who do you think I am that's going to let you talk to me like this? So, needless to say, motherfuckers be having to get, their hairstyle rearranged and shit like that, man. But just keep that in mind as this bitch is telling this story.
It's like occurring to me how crazy this is as we're saying it, that it feels like his fan base are like the number one type of people that are like not going to be sympathetic about this kind of thing. But really, I feel like he kind of deserves to be put in the same category as like a lot of other people who've been exposed for abuse over the years. But
yeah.
In other words, what Adam is trying to say, what he's too much of a bitch to say, is that he would like to see this man, have the same fate as a Puffy or an R. Kelly or, other guys, in that category. That's pretty much what he's saying, but he really too much of a bitch to say that. But you might as well go ahead and say that with your bitch ass.
And that's, that's why I'm here, is because I've dealt with it for so long. I've been dealing with him since 2020. So it's just like, this is my life that I live on a daily basis with him. And now I'm trying to navigate co-parenting with him. It's almost impossible. And I'm like, well, why not just tell everybody else? Why not expose it? I've already lived through it. He's already done the worst to me. So now coming to the internet and telling my truth and telling my story with him, what are you going to do to me? Right. I've already done the worst. I've already lived through it, and I can do it again if I have to. Right.
All you have to do is just speak freely, and kind of paints the picture for the world to see. Because but he tries to cover up a lot of this stuff with like the whole pimp thing, right? Like this is all kind of justified under this like pimp persona. Like how do you feel about that?
I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's just, what's the point? If that's what you want to do, then do it. But you're not going to do it with me.
Yeah. Because, like so many of the people that I've had.
Man, these bitches be full of shit, bitch. You was breaking yourself to that man, calling him daddy, all the shit, bitch. Stop it.
Podcast over the years, or like people we talk about who kind of live by this like pimp code or whatever. It becomes pretty obvious pretty quickly that like, this is just like a front that you put on to justify all of this crazy fucked up behavior of like
exactly
shit with like extremely young girls, which you said you were freshly 18, so I guess it wasn't like breaking the law or whatever, but who knows?
You see how this man just try to like and that, hopefully as y'all watch this interview, you understand why I don't even fuck with no jumper, why I don't watch this shit. I ain't subscribed to this shit. I'm only doing this because I know so many of y'all want me to do this shit, man. But just pay attention to like how he says extremely young girls. In other words, you might as well say minors. But this man ain't have no history of that. And the bitch already said it herself that she was grown when she met him. So, and then even the other pimps who done been on your platform, none of them have a history of dealing with, as you say, extremely young girls. But you try to put this on the pimping where it don't belong because you ain't never seen that. You ain't never seen Sharp. You know, Virgil and Pimpin' Ken, they done been on the platform. Gorgeous Dre done been on there. You've never seen these guys with extremely young girls. Dude, knock it off.
And then, I mean, I don't know what you know. That's one thing I hear about these pimps a lot, is that, like, as far as making money, you know, they're not following the law in the first place. So the age of consent is also probably not something that they're terribly concerned with. Or,
and not,
you know, for the people in attendance, man, who really don't understand this game, as far as pimping, you know, not messing with underage girls, does it have anything to do with the law of the land? Yes. Because a pimp don't want to put himself in that type of situation where they trying to put him under the jail for something like that. But beyond that, even if it wasn't the law of the land, pimping ain't trying to, you know, deal with somebody who's not mature enough to make decisions for themselves. And pimping understands that, you know, a little girl is not mature enough to make decisions for herself and ain't even fully developed physically, mentally, none of that. So, you know, pimping ain't trying to deal with nothing like that because of that. You know, when a pimp deals with somebody, he wants to deal with a woman that is mature and is able to make decisions for herself consciously and awarely. So, you know, but of course, a sucker like him, you know, is going to try to paint this, you know, thwarted image of a pimp to his big old platform and shit like that. But no, that ain't got, the shit that he talking about ain't got nothing to do with no pimping.
but now with the whole OnlyFans thing, when that became about it, he essentially thought, now it's like, now I'm good because it's covered by OnlyFans. It's legal money. We're doing it together. You know, I'm not sending you out with tricks. We're at home doing what we normally do at home, just on camera. You know, what's the point? You know, it's different. It's not the same.
but from your experience, was he doing the more traditional side of pimping as well?
Yeah, at the very beginning.
Okay. But then he kind of cooled off with that as OnlyFans sort of took over? The digital pivot, as they call it?
Yeah, and then I think also after I got like my surgeries, and then he saw the change in me and how, I guess in his eyes, how much better I looked. That's when he really started, was like, you can't talk to anyone else. You can't be around anyone else. Anyone else, you're mine.
Right.
Your pussy is mine.
And see, really what she's trying to say, or not even trying to say, really what she's saying without saying, is that she thought she was that bitch once she got her body done. She really didn't think too highly of herself before her body was done. But once she got her body done, she started thinking very highly of herself. And, you know, I'm pretty sure it's people and things that fueled her confidence in herself when it came to that. But, you know, you always, I don't know, man, just me as the pimpin', man, you know, I just know that it's always necessary to humble a bitch. And it's like, bitch, you're decent looking, but you ain't no knockout. Even with this body being done and all this shit, bitch, you're decent. You probably went from subpar, and after your body was done, you went to decent. But even still, right now, like you I don't know. Like me myself, I wouldn't even. I don't know. I guess I ain't really a good person to talk to about that shit because you know, the BBLs and all that shit be looking funny. Bitches' booties be looking upside down and all that shit. Not, you know, I seen her, you know, in a few pictures and shit like that. And it ain't, I don't know, it ain't nothing to, you know, go crazy about. But I don't know. I don't see it the way everybody else see it. But that's really what it was, though. The bitch started thinking highly of herself once she got her body done and thinking that she was bigger and better than him because her body is done. But no, bitch. That's not the case.
Right. Damn. So part of what you kind of exposed about him and everything was that you were saying that he was broke. I mean, like, he presents himself as if he's like a multimillionaire with tons of different businesses and everything like that. But then you put
$22 million.
Yeah, and it's like I kind of have been suspicious about that because I'll see him say that he's got 20 dispensaries, and he's like, I just opened my 3rd dispensary, and I'm kind of watching online like, how does that work? So when you posted like a screenshot of him having like $3,000 in the bank, or I forget what it was, like 15K total in the bank or some shit like that, like
well, it was 16,000 in auto loans. And
okay.
3,000 in the checking.
Oh shit! So from your perspective, when he says that he's got millions of dollars and he's holding the huge stacks of money and shit, like, how does that work?
Honestly, I have no idea. That's something I can't really put together in my own head.
Right, because he don't want you to put it together in your own head, bitch, because you got a whole bunch of vacancy in your head. First of all, bitch, ain't no motherfucking game in your head. Ain't no intelligence or brilliance in your motherfucking head. It's a whole bunch of vacancy in your motherfucking head, bitch. So that's why you can't figure this shit out. And on top of it being a whole bunch of vacancy in your motherfucking head, bitch, he's going to do everything in his power to make sure that your ass don't figure out what he got going on, because he understands that much about your trifling ass that the only thing you trying to do is destroy his ass. Only thing you trying to do is take away from him and dismantle whatever he got going on. So, of course, he ain't going to let you know what's going on, bitch.
That screenshot is not, I don't have access to his bank account.
Mm-hmm.
That screenshot is, he sent it to me because I was threatening to put him on child support because.
Right. So you see there, you know, and the internet has made people so goddamn stupid, man. It's disgusting how stupid the internet has made people, right? Or how people have allowed themselves to become so stupid as a result of the internet, right? When people saw that screenshot, they just took it and ran with it. All sauces broke and this, that, and the third. But listen to what she said. That's a screenshot that he sent her. So basically, bitch, he showed you that because he wanted the script in your vacant ass mind that this is what he had going on. So that there's no point in even pursuing him for child support because, bitch, he only got $3,000 in his account and a whole bunch of debt and all that type of shit. That's what he wanted your goofy ass to believe. And your goofy ass, you know, tried to use it against him. But the shit really make you look stupid, bitch, because that screenshot and what people see of him consistently over the years on the internet don't even go together. Right? See, you got people that be fronting, but, you know, eventually people that be fronting, they get found out one way or another. And if Sauce is fronting, he's excellent at putting up his front because he's been maintaining his front for years, a lot of years. So if he's really broke, hey, man, he's an excellent motherfucker when it comes to putting up a front. But the reality is, bitch, your goofy ass, he sent you that screenshot to spin your ass and you got spun just like a motherfucking top. Goofy bitch.
He does nothing but maybe buy some shoes and clothes here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he sent me that screenshot. And as far as all this cash, I don't know. Like, I know whenever I was with him and we were together every day, I know a lot of his money came in cash through like rap features and music videos and Instagram promotion and things like that. But all this new stuff, I have no idea about because I haven't been with him. I'm not in his everyday life. And then as far as the dispensaries go, I really think he's just more of like a promoter for it.
Right.
And then gets cut a check.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the owners of them.
Yeah, I would assume for sure. But that was one thing that like really stood out to me because at one point my boy Remo tried to like put me and him on text to like talk out our issues or some shit like that. And he just like, I honestly didn't even look at it, but he just like, he had like dozens of screenshots on deck of like photos of bank accounts.
I saw those messages.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
Yeah, he sent them to me.
Okay.
He was very upset about it.
Yeah, I didn't even really like look at it, but like it was like all these screenshots of him having millions of dollars in the bank and all this shit. And like I'm just like, I don't know, like I'm I'll be real, I'm a multimillionaire and I've never even considered
Showing.
sending people screenshots of my fucking bank account or anything, just because like I don't really like want to have to justify my existence on the basis of money or whatever. You know, that's just like so not how I would ever want to.
Man, don't sit up here and try to compare yourself to a Sauce Walka, man. Yeah, you got money, but you the same motherfucker that get beat up by niggas that drill your wife on camera for a check. Like, we know that you'll do anything. Like, so stop with the trying to make it seem like you don't have no desperation about yourself. Because if a motherfucker Google the word desperation, your face is going to pop up next to that motherfucker. Like, we know that you will do and say anything for some money. All these fake ass plays that y'all be doing on No Jumper that's eventually gonna fuck around and get somebody hurt in a serious way. You know, just again, you know, let motherfuckers, you know, you supposed to be in love with this woman, this is your wife and shit like that, but you let motherfuckers drill her ass on camera, then you get beat up by the niggas that drill her ass on camera. Like, come on, man. You done made a fool of yourself in more ways than a little bit, man. So stop it with this trying to make it seem like you got this one up on Sauce in some type of way, man. Stop it. We know you the most desperate motherfucker alive, man. Stop it.
Out here behaving.
And most people with money, they don't do that, you know? Like, why do I care if you know how much money I...
Most people, but not all people. You know what I mean? You got motherfuckers like Floyd Mayweather that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars that be flossing like a motherfucker, bitch. So we don't give a damn what y'all think a motherfucker should do with their money. Sauce could do whatever the fuck he want with his money. If he want to prove to this person, that person, or the third that he got this money, then hey, then that's his prerogative. He can do what the fuck he want. But don't try to make it seem like that means that he's broke because he's proving himself in this way, that way, or the third, you know. And then furthermore, we don't even know if what Adam is even saying is true as far as Sauce sending them screenshots of his bank accounts and all that type of shit. I don't know, man. I don't believe nothing this motherfucking goofy ass, desperate ass dude be saying.
have in the bank. It's none of your business.
Yeah.
And that's not something I feel the need to prove.
Right.
You know, most millionaires or most people with money, they don't care. They're just...
Bitch, shut up. You're not even around a bunch of millionaires. You done had a few millionaires' dicks in your mouth and shit like that, but you have not been up close and personal with millionaires while they're conducting their business. So, bitch, shut up with all this what millionaires do and what millionaires don't do. You done had a few millionaires' dicks in your mouth, bitch. We know that. But stop trying to act like you just done did all this research. You know what I mean? The only research you done is how many chromosomes from a motherfucker you could put it, you know, have down your throat. Like, how much DNA can fit in your throat, bitch? That's the only research you done with millionaires. Like, stop it.
Gonna show you and you're gonna see it.
Right.
You don't have to brag about it.
And like, I get why he has to do it because he's a rapper, because it's like he's got to, you know, flex with chains and cash and whatever, jewelry. But like, this was just a text with like me, him, and Remo. And he's like really concerned with me, like knowing that he has money. And I'm just like, this does not change anything about how I feel about you, or like, doesn't make me think you're like more of a big man or anything like that. Like, I was just like, I don't know. That really like stood out to me as like, whoa, he's insecure. And so then.
Very.
So insecure hits home?
Yeah.
Why?
Very.
Like, you don't think he's like as confident as he maybe lets on?
Mm-mm.
Interesting.
No, I don't.
So, okay, then there was a conversation. Okay, well, we got to rewind the clock. When did you first speak to Drake?
I met him back in 2024 on his birthday that he had in Houston.
Okay, and you were just at the club or something?
Yeah, it was like a private event. Well, it was kind of open to the public or something, and then I was invited, so I went, and I brought a lot of my friends with me. I think I was with 8 or 9 girls, you know, we're all bad bitches, BBLs, look pretty, look good. Mm-hmm. So it caused a lot of attention.
Man, I don't know who told this bitch she was a bad bitch. You know what I mean? Is she ugly? No. But is she my definition of a bad bitch? Nah, man, to be honest with you, man, the bitch kind of remind me of Joe Pesci a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, as I'm looking at this interview, man, only thing I can hear in my head is, am I a clown? Do I amuse you? I'm just thinking about Goodfellas, you know what I mean? Casino, A Bronx Tale, you know what I mean? I'm just seeing all these Joe Pesci movies in my head as I'm watching this bitch, man. Don't mind me though, I'm stupid. Y'all know I'm a damn fool. But that's what I see when I look at this bitch, man. I just see Joe Pesci with long hair, a lot younger, and some titties, you know what I mean? Like, you know, so bad, like all this bad bitch shit, I don't see it, man. Like I said, is she ugly? No, but bad bitch, like stop it, bitch.
I'm assuming. And
Okay.
he came up and introduced himself to all of us.
Okay. And how long did it take before he figured out that you were Sauce Walka's baby mama? Because him and Sauce have like been kind of trading words for really like since like the very beginning of Drake's career, which is kind of crazy. A lot of people are just realizing that now.
I don't know, maybe
Okay.
fairly quickly.
He figured it out.
Yeah.
Did that seem like that was of interest to him?
Maybe, I guess. I can't speak for him, but yeah.
Okay. And so how many times did you say you and Drake hung out, or like how did that kind of unfold?
A few times, you know.
Okay.
But we had a good run. You know, he's a great man. Appreciate him for everything, and that's all I'm gonna really say about that.
Okay. And at some point he ends up getting you a car.
Mm-hmm. And prior, let's go back to the birthday party. My baby daddy went to the birthday party.
Sauce was there.
Yes.
Okay.
Bitch, his name ain't my baby daddy. His name is Sauce Walka. Like, that's what be killing me about bitches too. Bitches always want to reduce a motherfucker to my baby daddy. Like, yeah, that's your baby daddy, but the motherfucker is a whole lot more than just your baby daddy. If all he was your baby daddy, he wouldn't be shit, bitch, because you ain't shit. The man is a whole lot more than just your baby daddy. They be killing me with that shit like, my baby daddy was there. My baby daddy. Like, bitch, shut your ass up. You're his baby mama. That's your name. His name is Sauce Walka, but your name is Sauce Walka's baby mama. We don't even know who the fuck you is. We don't know your name, none of that shit. All we know is that your name is Sauce Walka's baby mama. That's the highlight of your life, bitch. Sauce Walka's baby mama. That's the only reason why Drake bought your ass that vehicle. And why Drake probably even entertained your ass in the first place, because you're Sauce Walka's baby mama. And Drake just seems to have a fetish or a thing for, you know, hitting bitches that come from certain niggas and all that type of shit. But his name is not my baby daddy. His name is Sauce Walka, and your name, bitch, is Sauce Walka's baby mama.
And he knew I was there. He had his little minions running around my section, keeping an eye on me. And then from what I heard, he was there for about 5 minutes and left because he was uncomfortable that I was there. And I'm sure he knew what was about to go down.
Oh, shit. Wait, what was going to go down?
You know, I'm sure he knew Drake was going to talk to me and I was going to do what I was going to do. And I'm sure he had a gut feeling about it. And he didn't want to see it happen in person.
Oh, wow.
Bitch always, you see how bitches always try to make themselves bigger than, yeah, I was in the club, me and 8 or 9 girls, we all was bad bitches, and, you know, he had his minions running around watching me at my section. No, he didn't, bitch. Like, stop it. And he left because he knew it was going to happen. He didn't want to see it. Like, bitch, no, it's like, stop it. Man, this shit is comedy to me, man. I hope this shit is as funny for y'all as it is for me, because this shit is hilarious how this bitch is trying to make her seem like this big ass bitch. And like I said, the more she keep trying to make herself seem like this big ass bitch, all I see is, am I a clown? Do I amuse you? All I see is motherfucking Nikki Nick, what was his name in good Casino? Nikki Terini or Nikki, I can't remember his last name, but all I see is Nikki from motherfucking Casino, man. Like, I don't see this badass bitch that she trying to paint herself to be, man. I see motherfucking Joe Pesci. I see Nikki from Goodfellas. You know what I mean? Or I see the nigga from Goodfellas, man. That's all I see when I look at this bitch, man.
And yeah, I could imagine. That would be tough. Did he talk about Drake a lot?
Yeah. So, ever since my relationship with him, and with that, which was 2 years ago, you know, ever since that happened, almost every conversation I have with him, with my baby daddy, he mentions Drake in one way or
With my baby daddy. Like, bitch, shut up.
if I ask him and I'm like, hey, can you give me some money for Splash so I can, you know, pay for his daycare this month?
Your child is named Splash, for the record.
Splash, yes.
Okay.
No, call Drake. He can do it.
So he was really butthurt about that one, huh?
Yeah.
Because
90% of our conflict at this moment is because of Drake. And I'm like, that happened 2 years ago. Get over it. Like, why do you have your nuts in a twist over this man so badly? Like, do you want to go fuck him?
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
If that's what you want to do, then, you know, shoot your shot.
Now, you see there, that's a prime example of how disrespectful this bitch can be. You see what she just said. Like, why are you so obsessed with Drake? Do you want to F him? Like, that will get that will get, your face rearranged. That will get your hair rearranged. That'll get you the Jenny Jones makeover. Talking like that to a man with just letting his nuts hang that got some dignity about himself. That will get you the Jenny Jones makeover, man. Talking like that to a motherfucker. And just her talking on this platform like that, I'm pretty sure that she done got out, she done got out her mouth crazy to this man on numerous occasions. And, it might have went whatever way it went. But just pay attention to how disrespectful this bitch is.
His whole persona he puts out there is like he's so player that he couldn't possibly care about what another man has going on. And it's like, yeah, from the outside looking in, it seems like you're pretty tender over Drizzy having had any kind of association with one of your baby mamas.
And mind you, Drake has done more for me than my baby daddy has ever done since the moment I've met him.
You see how ungrateful this bitch is? You see how full of shit a bitch is? This bitch just said Drake has done more for her than her baby daddy, which is Sauce, which I just, it burns me up that she keep referring to him as my baby daddy. But Drake has done more for her than Sauce has done since the day she met him. First of all, bitch, like I said again, is it possible that you could have encountered Drake had you not any association with Sauce Walka? Yes, it's possible because, motherfuckers know that Drake be down there in Houston getting his trick on and all that type of shit. Ain't no secret, right? But, the likelihood of it is slim to none. Because it's a whole bunch of bitches in Houston that's way badder than you. Houston got some bad bitches. This I know. There's if you was to line all the bitches up in order of who's the baddest to who ain't the baddest, she gonna be on that side that's the least baddest. It's bitches in Houston way badder than this bitch. Trust me. So your association with Sauce Walka is the reason why you was able to even get next to Drake. Right? Then anything that you got going on at this point in time is because Sauce Walka is the father of your child because of your association with Sauce Walka. That's the only reason why you got anything going on. You're not on no jumper because you some special bitch. You're not on no jumper because you're talented. You're not even on no jumper because you're pretty. You're on no jumper because Sauce Walka is the father of your child. You're Sauce Walka's BM. It's the highlight of your life. You know what I mean? These bitches always trying to make it seem like a motherfucker ain't shit, man. And just so ungrateful. You wouldn't have shit going on in life. You let it be known yourself, bitch, you was a bum when you met this man. That's why you got involved with him, because you saw an opportunity to come out of your state of bumness, being a bum ass bitch. And he brought you out of that. You're no longer a bum ass bitch. Thank Sauce Walka for that, bitch. Be grateful. Have some gratitude. You know what I mean? Yeah, Props to Sauce Walka for, debummifying this bitch. Well, let's continue.
So let's just make that very clear.
Financially, he's just been willing to.
Financially, and he just obviously treated me better. Just
Yeah, he probably treated you better, bitch, because he don't know your ass. Yeah, you and Drake probably had some fun a few times and things like that, and he spent some money on you and shit like that. But he does not know you like Sauce know you. Sauce know you ain't shit. You know what I mean? Just like anybody with some game like myself know you ain't shit. Drake doesn't know the ain't shit side of you. Drake only knows the, toot that ass up side of you. That's it. You know what I mean? Drake don't know how disrespectful you could be. Drake don't know how trifling you could be, how scandalous you could be. And he don't care about none of that shit. So of course he gonna treat you better, just like in the beginning when you first met Sauce. I'm pretty sure he treated you a whole lot better than he do now. That's a motherfucker who don't know your ass, bitch. But a motherfucker that know you ain't shit, they not finna give you no special treatment.
conversations, never called me out my name. My baby daddy, I can't even get $100 out of you without pulling some fucking teeth.
Wow. Yeah, because that's one thing. I had Chromaz on here a couple months ago, and I brought up Drake, and she just had absolutely nothing but good things to say about him, and that really stood out to me. That for being a bit of a playboy who's obviously been associated with a lot of girls over the years, you really don't hear any of them have anything bad to say about him.
Yeah, I have nothing bad to say about him.
Right.
He's a great human.
Yeah.
If you have anything bad to say about him, you're just a hater.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like he, one way or another, he has mastered the art of not leaving a girl unhappy, which I think is a very useful thing, because we all know what it's like when a girl's upset at the end of a relationship or at it.
Yeah, and it's a good thing, Drake didn't knock this bitch up, because he'll be reduced to my baby daddy just like Sauce Walka is being reduced to that. But again, bitch, you ain't got nothing bad to say about him because he don't know your motherfucking ass.
The end of a period of time speaking to somebody or whatever. So I don't know what his secret sauce is in that regard, but he definitely seems like he always leaves a pretty good impression on the girls he deals with.
Yeah, he does, for sure.
For sure. So, okay. When did he find out that you were spending time with Drake? How did
I think he knew almost immediately from the party.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I remember the next day I woke up to him sending me a text message saying, "I'm sorry and I love you. Let's, make this work for Splash and do what we need to do for Splash." And I just remember laughing at my phone you're fucking pathetic. You're only doing this because you saw me at Drake's party.
And I just have a hard time believing that bullshit, because just like everything else that you call exposing this man about, if these text messages are real, then you would have had the shit screenshotted just like your trifling ass, did with everything else. But, again, just pay attention. This bitch, boy, her freestyle game with her lies just ain't no good.
That's it.
Okay, as far as as men, how would you compare Sauce to Drake? Who's more of a man, or who's the better dude overall from your perspective?
I'll be 100% hands down Drake.
Bitch, you don't even know Drake. You just had some fun with him, and he don't know you. Y'all just have fun with each other. And Drake is a trick. You know what I mean? He's a famous, celebrity trick. So, of course, you're going to say Drake is the better man. Bitch, Sauce know that you ain't shit, so he going to at times treat you like you ain't shit because he know you ain't shit. Drake don't know the ain't shit side of you, bitch, so of course you're going to say Drake is the better man. Boy, these bitches be so motherfucking ungrateful.
Why?
If on a scale, Drake would be up here and my baby daddy would be on the floor.
Oh, my God. That's rough.
Yeah. And I hate to say it. I wish I chose better.
Yeah.
And then you're a fan of Drake. Y'all got some personal dealings with each other, but still, bitch, you're a fan of Drake. So, of course, you're going to try to make it seem like Drake is just this much greater man than Sauce Walka, but you a fan. was able to have some fun with the man. Congratulations.
I wish I was a little smarter and not so naive. And,
You're so young too.
As a young female at that time, but it is what it is, and everyone makes mistakes. I'm only human.
Right. So okay, then there was a clip where I was on the podcast with Whack, I think, and I was speaking about Sauce and like, listen, Drake told me a little bit of information about Sauce and his baby mamas, and let me just tell you, there's some crazy shit going on. Like, that's all I said. I left it open-ended. I didn't want to like really divulge any information, and I didn't really think anybody would give a fuck about me saying that. But
that right there sent him into fucking orbit.
Wow.
That's when from that moment forward, I never heard the end of it. The
Really?
phone call I got after those text messages, whew, Lordy Lord.
What was it like?
Just, you're a fucking Drake, you fucking bitch.
Boy, this bitch acting skills is terrible. Not only is her freestyle skills terrible, but her acting skills is terrible. Like, bitch, you look like motherfucking Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci is a legendary ass actor, bitch. How you gonna have this Joe Pesci ass face but these trash acting skills? Like, if you gonna have a man's face, bitch, at least have his acting skills too. If you gonna try to be an actress about this shit, bitch, like, go get you some acting classes or something, because your acting skills is trash. You making Joe Pesci look bad right now.
Da 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 da. They're fucking laughing at me. Adam22. It just was never ending.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, here we go.
And again, if this was true, just like she posted that other, recorded conversation, she would have recorded that conversation as well and posted that as well. Just lets you know that this bitch is full of shit with her terrible acting ass.
He just recently had a clip that came out online where he said, like, because you leaked like a phone call that was like right after that or whatever, and he basically was like, I wasn't mad at her for fucking with Drake. I was mad about the fact that Drake and Adam were pillow talking about me using information that was gained from you.
I don't know exactly what information that y'all are talking about. I never really spoke too much about my baby daddy with Drake.
And to be totally real, Drake didn't really tell me that much crazy shit either.
Because our relationship was not based around him.
Your time spent with Drake was not.
Yes, it was, bitch. Again, the only reason why Drake even entertained your ass is because you're Sauce Walka's baby mama, and he don't like Sauce Walka, and so in order to kind of like get under his skin in any way possible, or get next to him and bother him any kind of way possible, that's why he was fucking with you. Again, Drake is Drake, and Houston has so many badass bitches that are way badder than this bitch. Like I said, she not no ugly bitch, but as far as like the baddest bitches available in Houston for somebody like Drake to fuck with, man, it's come on, man. It's Houston. But yeah, even though he probably didn't make it seem that way, and he probably did a good job at making you believe otherwise, yes, bitch, your relationship with Drake was based on your relationship with Sauce Walka. Sauce Walka's interaction with you and involvement with you is what your relationship with Drake was based on, bitch. Don't try to believe nothing else.
And talking about Sauce Walka, but your time with Sauce Walka at that point became primarily about talking about Drake. Jesus Christ,
Exactly.
That's diabolical.
It is diabolical. And he thinks my whole relationship with him was all about my baby daddy. And it was nothing about, maybe we had one or two conversations about him, but it was nothing like in depth or anything serious, or I didn't give him any tea on my baby daddy or anything like that. It was,
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if I had to like summarize the gist of what Drake told me about him, it was basically like, he don't got money like that. And this whole like cool player persona is cap.
Fucking fake.
He's like a psycho.
He still
these
calls
hoes.
me to this day asking me for money.
Really?
Yes, and I'm like, dude, why?
But you have control of your OnlyFans now, I would assume?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. And all of my money. And mind you, I have grown and evolved, and I'm so much better now that I'm not in his life. And he sees that, and he's like, calls me, he's like, hey, can I get 30,000? And I'm like, for what, dude? Like, go buy some fucking diapers.
30,000? Yeah. What, like, why would he need to borrow 30,000?
That's what I say.
What the?
I thought you have $22 million.
Yeah, and he's like,
Yeah, and he might really have $22 million, but bitch, you know what I mean? At the same time, he done broke on your ass a million times before, and why would he be exempt from attempting to break on your ass again? Even though I think, like, just with everything else she's been talking about so far, she putting some yeast on it and trying to blow it up to be bigger than what it is. But shit, if he did try to get it breaking out of your ass, shit, I ain't mad at him.
taking pictures with like, looks like many hundreds of thousands or like $1 million in cash and shit, which is kind of weird. Like, why do you have $1 million in cash? I don't know if like the IRS would take interest in that or anything, but.
And see, just shit like that. Talking about, I don't know if the IRS would take interest in that. See, Adam, he's not the smartest motherfucker in the world, but he ain't the dumbest neither, right? And one thing that Adam knows is that, as they made very clear, the feds watch his channel. The feds use information from his channel to, lock motherfuckers up and give them as much time as possible. They use his channel for that. The FBI is subscribed to No Jumper. If you look through his subscriber list, you probably gonna see Special Agent Wooty Whoop, Federal Agent Wooty Whoop. Like, the feds is subscribed to No Jumper for sure. So him saying shit like that, like, yeah, I don't know if the IRS would take interest in that. He know what type of logs he be throwing into the fire, man. This dude ain't cool, man. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how motherfuckers still watch this channel. Bad enough he already disrespectful to the culture. He tries to hurt individuals in the culture in his little slick little ways.
I don't know. But
I hope so.
you would like to see him get audited?
He needs to.
Damn, I don't want to like speak that into existence. But
you don't want to speak it into existence, but you brought the whole shit up with your bitch ass. Adam is a cold buster, boy.
They do like a hotline where you like tell the IRS to investigate people and they'll like reward you.
Oh, really?
I don't know. It's just an idea.
I wouldn't do that.
It's just an idea. But you don't want to speak that into existence. But you giving this bitch tools to report him to the IRS and saying it's just an idea, which is pretty much a suggestion. But you don't want to speak that into existence. Boy, this dude, I don't know how motherfuckers watch. I don't even know how real niggas go to this platform and podcast on a regular basis. This shit crazy.
But I'll let someone else handle that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. But damn. So, okay, because in that call too, he says, I will get Drake's car shot up. That was kind of surprising to me because that's like a whole different level. Like, damn, you like.
Well, that's how he speaks to me on a daily basis.
Just the constant threats of violence.
Constant threats, whether he follows through with them or doesn't, but it's constant threats, constant intimidation. And I'm like, there's nothing I can do to a man, like I could slap you and maybe, ow, that hurts, but I can't hurt you the way you can hurt me. So yeah, I'm fucking scared. Yeah, I'm gonna back down and be quiet and do what you want. But yeah, that's constant. Wow. I don't think he would actually do anything to Drake because Drake moves like the fucking president of the United States. You can't get through to him. Right. Like even if you wanted to.
That's what I was thinking. It's kind of funny about the idea of shooting up Drake's car. Is like, well, if anybody's got a bulletproof whip and
anybody could be touched. Presidents that have been assassinated. Presidents that have been shot. Anybody could be touched. Don't believe the hype, bitch. That shit don't mean a motherfucking thing. Security guards could get touched too. Celebrities could get touched. Presidents get touched. Anybody could be touched. Not saying that that's what anybody wants to do to anybody, but don't believe the hype.
To mention like a bunch of fucking security around him and all this other shit.
Yeah,
like, let's be serious.
Like you can't get through to.
You saying you can't get through to him, but his house got shot up last year. So all that can't get through to, don't believe the hype.
He has his security is like Donald Trump's security. Like, let's be for real.
Yeah. Did you hear the story about like Sauce pulling up on Drake while Drake was like out with a girl?
Yeah, I think that was like in 2007.
So that wasn't you? Oh, this is back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because when Ack told that story,
I was like 8 years old. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because Ack told that story and he said that like Drake didn't have security with him too. So I guess that would make sense like very early in his career. But
yeah,
but I don't think Drake wasn't on in 2007. I don't think he was like famous until maybe 2008 or something. But around that period of time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it was that period of time. I think like 2007. And yeah, I did hear about that situation.
Drake with no security in 2008 or 9 would be
make sense.
Believable, I guess. Yeah, he's just kind of getting started. But damn, so that's insane to think that it goes back.
Adam's comprehension skills is terrible. The bitch keep on saying 2007, but he keep on pushing it up to 8 or 9. That's when you became aware of who Drake was. But Drake was definitely famous in 07. He wasn't as famous then as he is now and how famous he ended up becoming. But people knew who Drake was. Now, whether or not him and Sauce was beefing that far back, I don't know. But I didn't become hip to Drake until probably like 2008 or 9. But, you know, he had the Degrassi shit going on. Motherfuckers knew who he was. He just wasn't as big as he ended up becoming. But yeah, comprehension skills is trash.
Yeah. And honestly, I think the whole beef, from my whole understanding and my perspective, is I think he was just really mad that Drake didn't give him a feature. And then from also my understanding is Drake never said no to the feature. It's just he wasn't going to do it on Sauce Walka's time.
Right.
And then got mad whenever he didn't get it, whenever he wanted it on the song that he wanted it on, and pulled up on him and did whatever he did. And then now I think at that point Drake is like, fuck you, dude.
Right.
I'm not giving you shit now.
Yeah. I mean, anytime you're dealing with somebody who's like important, being pulled in a million different directions, etc. Like when I talk to Drake, it's like, wow, I think it's cool that you're even like, that you even trust me to even tell me anything that you got going on or whatever. I'm not like, you know, vying for like, oh, you got to give me a look. Like, let me do this. Like, help me out in this way or whatever. It's like, if you're going to, you know, give me any kind of opportunity or whatever, that's great. But I'm not going to be being thirsty and rushing it or asking for it or whatever. I mean, look at Ack was not glazing, standing, being a huge fan of Drake for like, you know, 10 plus years. And Drake eventually, you know, like flew him out, took him out to eat, all this kind of stuff, whatever, like gave him like a moment that obviously was like hugely advantageous to Ack's career. But probably that wouldn't have happened if Ack was like being thirsty and like, you know, begging him for a look, you know?
And also my baby daddy I feel like he has such a point to prove that he's this big, tough guy and trying to intimidate him. And I don't think Drake is the type of guy to get intimidated. Right. You know, I don't think you can punk him into doing what you want him to do.
Yeah, because
he doesn't even give that.
I think Sauce, like, it's so important to him that he be like the toughest dude, the richest dude, etc. And then when he's faced with like his baby mama spending time with a dude who without question has more money than you and you can't do anything physical to him or whatever, he's just kind of left like floundering. Yeah.
And then my whole thing is like, if he quote unquote sent me like he said he did, right? Mm-hmm. Why is your ass tight about a car that he bought me?
Right.
Why are you so upset about it? Wouldn't you be happy like, woohoo, we just got a free Maybach?
Right, because that's how he tries to paint it, as like, look, I sent my girls to get this money and these possessions out of Drake, and then I'm spending that money or that I'm driving these cars, etc. Which, like, from a pimp perspective, I guess that would be admirable, but obviously that's like the only thing that he can say. And then when we hear the phone calls, I think you like the bubble pops and you realize like, oh, that's absolutely not what happened.
Right. Yeah. It's not what happened at all. He was very intimidated by it, I think, and upset because, mind you, my baby daddy has never bought me a car. Honestly, I've probably gone through 3 or 4 cars dealing with him because he destroyed every single last one of them.
He'll just like,
He never bought you a car, but you've gone through 3 or 4 cars while you was with him, and you was breaking yourself to him. So which one is it, bitch? He never bought you a car, but you was breaking yourself to him, and while you was breaking yourself to him, you went through 3 or 4 cars. Boy, these bitches be so full of shit, and like I said, so ungrateful, man. Like, he probably never bought you a Maybach, but then again, bitch, you probably wasn't giving him Maybach money to buy you a Maybach. And he probably was giving you some nice cars. Boy, these bitches be full of shit.
car up when he's angry?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I got him back a few times. I'm not perfect.
Okay.
I'm not here to claim that I am, but yeah, for sure.
Right. Because that's another thing that you posted is that the girl that he's with now, the redhead chick, I forget her name, but she's like a white girl with red hair, redhead sweetheart or some shit is her Instagram. You posted photos of her.
That she posted on Instagram.
Oh,
herself.
so she did post those before where he had like beaten her up or got her jumped as well?
Mm-hmm.
Was that eye-opening for you to realize like, oh shit, this is just what he's doing?
No, because I knew that's what he was doing. I mean, I can't be the only one going through it, you know? And, you know, I just knew, I already knew. I've dealt with it, and she's been around longer than I was.
Right.
So, and the few times me and her have been together in, you know, person, and when we were trying to get along, because a lot of times he would pin us up against each other. She does this, and you do this, and she does this, and she does this, and it was a lot of, he would make us almost be in competition with each other. So the few times that we did try to get along and get together in person, we, you know, exchanged a lot of stories with one another.
Really?
Yeah.
Anything stand out about what she's been through?
I'm not going to speak on her story. That's for her to tell. And if she wants to, that's on her. But I'm not going to speak on her. I can only speak about myself. But yeah, a lot of similar things. Because
she hit me up a couple times and not like, she hit me up, I think to like.
And see, Adam be so full of shit talking about he can't remember her name and all this shit. Adam probably was trying to fuck the bitch. Talking about he can't remember her name. You know exactly who she is.
Tell me shit about him.
Shut the fuck up.
But it like, I wasn't sure because I know that he like uses his girls' Instagrams to try to get people set up and shit.
No.
So I feel like because she like hit me up and then I was like, yo, what up? She was like kind of saying she wanted to do an interview. And then I was just like, what up? And then she like stopped responding and I'm like, oh, okay, he got back cool with her.
You know, he's never had any access to my Instagram ever.
Oh, okay.
Never had a password to my phone that I know of, you know. But I've never given him any. So I could almost guarantee you that was her. Wow. Yeah.
That's interesting.
He's never, and the whole, I messaged him on her DMs. It's a lie. It's never. And me and Drake didn't even message through DMs because I met him in person and I gave him my phone number. So again, a lie.
So you still have the whip that Drake gave you or no?
No, not anymore because my baby daddy absolutely destroyed it.
That's like the ultimate car you got to destroy as if it was coming from him, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's fucking crazy.
Sorry, my wig is itching.
No, that's good.
You know, just had to make sure it's not coming off or anything.
For sure. Okay, and so then like, yeah, what had to happen that you decided like, and I'm just putting all this shit out there on Front Street? Like, when was the last time you actually spent time with him?
Recently. Because he always says, you know, mind you, I don't really send my child over to him too often, for good reason. And
for good reason. No, bitch, you don't send your child over there because you don't like the man. But that don't mean that he ain't a good father. That don't mean that your son doesn't deserve to have his father in his life. See, bitches be thinking that they hurting the father of the child by doing that, but bitch, ultimately all you doing is hurting the child. Whether or not you like that man, that's between y'all. But, you know, this is just an unfortunate thing dealing with bitches, man. It's a lot of bitches out there that because they don't like the father of their child, they don't allow that child to be in that man's life, or allow that man to be in that child's life rather. But, you know, bitch, set your punk ass feelings to the side and let that man be a father to his child. Because you didn't make the baby by yourself. You keep calling him my baby daddy, my baby daddy, my baby daddy, but you won't even let him be a father to his child. Punk bitch.
The times that I do, it's always some type of drama at the end of it or the beginning of it. But this last month, first his parents called me and was like, you know, y'all need to figure something out and y'all need to get along for the baby. And so we want to see the baby and we want him to know his dad and know this side of the family. And I was like, I agree. And I called him and I was like, you know, let's try to put our differences to the side and let's try to make this work and let's just try to get along. And he was like, okay. So I sent Splash over there for the month in May. It was Mother's Day. It was my birthday. And I was like, you know, take him. If you want to see him, take him. And let's just see how this goes. And I was in Hawaii for 9 days for my birthday. And the day that I left, mind you, everything was great up until this point. I was literally packing my bags, headed to the airport, back to Houston. And he called me. And he wanted to flex on me that he got his strip club back, Splash House.
Is it open again? Because I heard it got shut down like right after it opened.
It will be shut down in a couple of months. Just give him some time. And
why did it get shut down the first time?
I don't think he could afford it, or I don't think it was making money.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I know a few of my friends went in there just like to, you know, party after hours, and they went over there and they were like, "Girl, he was in there throwing his own money trying to make it look like it was something."
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I was like, pathetic.
A few people sent me pictures of.
But bitch, when did you ever have a strip club? Shut your mark ass up. Boy, these bitches ain't shit. Always trying to belittle something that a motherfucker doing. Bitch, you ain't never endeavored to have your own motherfucking strip club. Then you see how the bitch wishing bad on the man. Oh, it'll be shut down again in a couple months. Like, bitch, shut your mark ass up. Bitches ain't shit, boy.
Like the doors being like chained closed, and this was like a couple weeks or like a month or two after it opened, and I was like, that's weird.
Yeah, 2 seconds of fame.
But the bottom line is that motherfucker back open right now, so shut your mark ass up. And Adam, you shut your bitch ass up.
Ouch. But okay, so then what happened like while he's got your kid and you're in Hawaii?
Yeah, so he called me and he wanted to flex on me and, oh, I got my strip club back. Your baby daddy's the biggest in Houston. I'm the richest in Houston. Who nobody can shit on me now. That's basically the gist of the phone call is he wanted to flex on me. And then his other baby mama called him and he flipped the script on me almost immediately and started screaming at me or, fuck you, bitch, fuck you, this, fuck that, da-da-da-da-da. And she was basically, you know, kind of exposing him on the phone, like, well, you do this and you buy 3 Chanel bags and, you know, basically going against everything that he says he is, you're tricking.
Right.
And I was like, oh, so you are a trick. And then that's what really set him off. And then from then it was just downhill.
See, that's another prime example of how disrespectful bitches could be. But see, if this bitch had any type of game and any sense about herself, you know, she would be trying to, you know, be a part of the strip club situation and make that motherfucker pop. But, you know, this is just a prime example of how small bitches think and the shit that they do as a result of thinking small. Go on platforms like No Jumper, trashing a motherfucker. And this interview ain't gonna do for you what Sauce Walka could potentially do for you, bitch. Like, you getting on here trashing a man's name, this ain't gonna help you none. Adam gonna get a few little dollars, nothing crazy, but he gonna get a few little dollars from this interview, you know. But bitch, you ain't getting nothing out of it but 2 seconds of fame. It's like a flash in the pan. That shit is over with.
Really?
Yeah. And then, yeah.
But you must have been tripping out because you're in Hawaii and he's got your kid and you're like flipping out, obviously, about like him potentially being in an unsafe situation.
Yeah. There's just so much stuff. It's crazy, honestly, mind blowing. And he was like, basically, and I was like, well, if you have all this money to trick on girls, you have enough money to give your son. And I'm not hurting for money. You know, like I can afford my son, no problem. It's just the fact that you don't pitch in and you don't do anything. And
But you don't let him see his son, and you pretty much just admitted that on this platform. Sauceton already put it out there that you don't allow him to see his son, but you just pretty much confirmed it on this platform. And not saying that, you know, I don't know what really goes on. The bitch might be lying about that too. Sauce probably really does. In the song, he said something about he just sent the bitch $20,000 and he still can't see his son. So, you know, ain't no telling. He probably does send money for his son. But of course, the bitch ain't gonna let that be known. But whatever the case is, bitch, you don't even let the man see his son. Like, stop it with the bullshit.
And it's expected for me to pay for everything.
Right.
The whole month he was with his son, this last month, his assistant was calling me, asking me to send groceries to the house.
Really?
Call Walk. He's got it. Like, why are you asking me for $200 for some groceries?
Yeah.
And I have the receipts on that too.
Like, even if you're watching this skeptically and you feel like, you know, maybe the whole pimp thing is cool or whatever, it's like, I don't think anybody should be defending men who don't take care of their kids.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't.
And nobody should be defending punk bitches who don't let the son have his father in his life. Neither, you buster.
I think, like, as rap fans, as Americans, as human beings, that is just like the number one thing that we got to like really dismiss and talk down upon, because it's just disgusting.
And
You got to dismiss and talk down upon bitches who don't let the father be in the son's life, especially a son, child, period, but especially a little boy. Little boys need their father in their life. And when these little niggas grow up and be buster ass, weird ass, sucker ass niggas and start having all kind of problems in their life as a result of the father not being able to be in their life, you know, motherfuckers wonder why. It's bitches like this who don't let the father be in the son's life. That's why.
if I'm not mistaken, in the text messages that he was sending to you, he was like, Drake pays my kids' bills. Is that a flex to you, Albert?
Yeah.
Does that make you feel good?
That's kind of embarrassing.
Really embarrassing.
It's not really embarrassing. It's called, we charge it all to a trick. You know what I mean? Shit, if Drake is, paying the bills for the baby and shit like that, man, hey, it is what it is, you know what I mean? ain't nothing embarrassing about that, you know what I mean? Shit, like I said, man, free support the Tricker, man. If the Trick want to pay for the baby, man, shit, hey. Yeah, round of applause to the Tricker, man, for taking care of them babies out there, man. Somebody got to do it, man. Shit, ain't nothing wrong with a Trick taking care of the baby, man. Shout out to the Tricker. Shout out to Drake for doing some magnificent tricking. You dig?
Another man is taking care of your baby mama because you're incapable of doing it.
Oof. Yeah, that's rough.
Not incapable. You won't let that man see his son. I can't let that slide. I can't let that, I can't let that be water under the bridge like this bitch is trying to make it. You know what I mean? With her Joe Pesci face having ass. You won't let that man be in his son's life.
Damn. So, I mean, what is the fallout been? Like, is he still hitting you up? Because over the last few days is like kind of when a lot of people really realized what was going on with this whole thing. Like the Drake thing, the baby mama drama, as he titled his new song, which I guess I'll promote.
It's hilarious. Honestly, I laughed so hard. I thought it was so funny.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't hit me up. I don't think he will.
Okay.
No, he hasn't. I'm sure he's probably afraid to.
Right. Damn. What do you think he's going to say when he realizes that you did this interview?
Oh, he's going to be fucking livid.
Yeah.
I find it hilarious.
That's crazy. From your experience, though, like, is he on some tough shit? Like, is he really out here, like, hurting people, being a mob boss or whatever?
Personally, I've never seen him put his hands on anyone other than me about it, but I've never seen it. I remember you, like, wanted to fight him or something, and he just went ghost and never even followed through with it, right?
Right, yeah. Because, I mean, listen, like, I don't talk about myself as a fighter or whatever, but my whole thing with him is that, like, he a little dude, you know?
Man, I know several little niggas, man, that are small in size that'll beat the dog shit out of Adam. Like, we seen yo get down, man. Like, you don't need to be talking about whooping nobody's ass. A 5-year-old little girl could whoop your ass. Like, Adam, stop it. Like, you thinking because he a little dude, and I got my money on Sauce. And I'm not even a gambler. I don't even bet. But if I was to bet, if they was to get in the ring or you know, knuckle up or do whatever they do, I got my money on Sauce. Sauce from Houston, he from the ghetto. I'm sure he done been in plenty of fights. You know, Texas niggas, most of them know how to fight. Not saying all of them, I don't know, but you know, it's a good chance if a nigga from Texas, he know how to fight. Just like California, most of us know how to fight too. But yeah, I got my money on motherfucking the nigga from Texas as opposed to this corny motherfucker from where's he? New Hampshire? Like, come on, man. White boys in New Hampshire ain't fighting like that. Like, stop it. And we, like I said, we seen your get down, man. Like, you can't talk this tough shit like you could just whoop Sauce Walka. We seen you fight, man. Like, we saw you. We saw what you do, man, in combat, man. You can't, like... And see, I never did a review on that shit, man, because like I said, I don't be watching these platforms, but I seen the fight, man. Like, I saw what you do in the ring, man, and it wasn't nothing to talk about, man. Like, stop it with the, you know, because Sauce is a little dude again. I know quite a few little dudes that'll beat the dog shit out your ass. You just a tall, goofy, tall for nothing, goofy looking motherfucker that can't fight. You thinking that because, what's dude named Jason Love? You think because Jason Love is like, you know, same height or taller or whatever, and he, you know, he in shape, that's the reason. No. Jason Love beat your ass because you can't motherfucking fight. And you could tell Jason Love wasn't even really going hard. He wasn't even like really trying to mop you like that, but he still mopped your motherfucking ass, barely trying. Because your ass can't fight to save your motherfucking life. If your life depended on it, you'd have been gone that day.
A little boo-boo.
I mean, he's just like a little guy. Yeah, Sauce LaBoo-Boo. I was running with that for a little while there, yeah. I mean, I just feel bad for like a lot of the Sauce.
And see, just because, you know how they say this didn't age well, just for the sake of this not aging well, I really wish they would fight. And I really wish I could just see Sauce beat the dog shit out this fool. Just see Sauce beat the dog shit out this fool. Just so this doesn't age well. Just so we could go back and play these motherfucking clips of him talking. Just so we could go back and play these motherfucking clips of him talking all this shit about like making it seem like it'll be nothing for him to whoop Sauce, and then Sauce fuck around and whoop him worse than Jason Love did. I would love to see it. Jason Love did. I would love to see it.
Brethren, because I've hung out with the Rizzos of the world and all these guys over the years, and like I fuck with them, but then I feel like they actually, like, a lot of the artists who I think have signed to them over the years kind of end up in a similar position to the girls, where like they get sold the world, they're convinced that this is going to be this really beneficial situation to be in, and then nothing ever comes from it, right?
Yeah. So I remember one time he bought one of his artists a car, a Mercedes, like S550 or something like that. And they were so broke that they couldn't even afford the gas in the car.
Wow.
They were calling other people on TSF like, hey, can I borrow $20 so I can get some gas?
Wow.
And you're driving a $50,000-$60,000 car?
Yeah. Yeah, that's sad. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Get them a...
Bitch, shut up. This bitch is saying a whole bunch of shit out of her head that, you know, we can't even confirm. And, you know, a S550 is worth much more than 50,000-60,000. But let's continue.
Texaco gift card to go with the whip. Got to do it right, man. Damn. So like, all right, are you just like focused on moving on? I know you like keep exposing him and everything, but it feels like, you know, at a certain point, you're just trying to figure out what life is without this guy sort of getting in the way of everything, right?
Yeah. I mean, I would love to be able to co-parent. I would love for my son to be with his dad and know his dad, but it's impossible. And then also it's just, I don't trust what goes on over there.
Yeah, you just don't like that, you know, other bitches is prospering and having fun with him and all that type of shit, and you're not a part of it. That's what you don't like. And you can easily explain all these different things with your terrible freestyle and actress skills, but when it comes to why he can't be in his father's life or have his father in his life, you can't never explain that. You just keep saying it's impossible, it can't happen, this, that, and the third. But that shouldn't be your call. Let that boy have his father in his life.
You know, people like to have their comments on me. I'm a sex worker and I'm this and I'm that. But, you know, that's just my work life. And that's what y'all see on the internet. My private life is nothing like what y'all see on the internet. You know, I have a very peaceful life.
When you say sex worker, you're like doing OnlyFans. It's not like
OnlyFans, yeah, like, and people want to blame.
Look at Adam trying to soften it up. Use a motherfucking sex worker too. Like, a sex worker is a sex worker. All I see here is two sex workers having a girly type conversation. You know what I mean? Like, don't try to soften it up, man. A sex worker is a sex worker. Both of y'all some motherfucking sex workers, you know, trying to bash a man that y'all don't like, man. Shout out to the sex workers, though.
For twerking on the internet, but that's not who I am in real life. You know, that's just what I do for work.
Right, because I seen him, or I seen you saying that when he does have your kids, that he'll like be out till 4 a.m, like getting totally fried off lane and smoking blunts all around him and shit like that you don't appreciate.
Yeah, and when Splash House was open, he had my son at Splash House
in the strip club,
and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And my son was way younger.
Yeah, what is he? He's 5 maybe now.
No, he's 2.
He's 2 right now.
2 years old. He'll be 3 in September.
Yeah, a 1-year-old in a strip club. Oh Lord.
And whenever I found that out, I was like, "Are you fucking kidding?" You know, I'm like, he's just the thought process.
Yeah.
And again, you know, these is all allegations that have not been confirmed and haven't been proven. You know, a bitch will get on here and just say anything, man. Like, for real. And like I said, it just goes to show you how ungrateful and bitter this bitch is. She trying to make it seem like she this big old bitch and, you know, got it going on and shit like that. But she doing everything within her power to make this man look bad. If you really had it going on like that, bitch, why you so invested in making this man look bad?
Yeah, it's diabolical to me. It doesn't even make any sense. I'm like, whenever you die, your brain needs to be studied.
Yeah.
To go, you know, and to show in textbooks or something. Because it doesn't make any sense.
No, that's insane.
And his parents enable him. So.
His parents.
Especially his dad, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They just sort of don't tell him that he's fucking up?
No. Nope.
Interesting.
His stepmom is a great lady, but his dad is an enabler. In his eyes, he does nothing wrong.
I gotta ask this. Was there any other rappers that were like his ops or whatever that he would always be talking about? Because I did notice that the beef with him and Honeycomb Brazy seemed like it got kind of patched up real quick. Like he didn't seem like he really wanted to push that one.
As far as all that kind of stuff goes, I don't really keep up with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really know. I can't really speak too much on that because I stay out of that kind of stuff and I don't ask him about it.
Okay.
But I don't think he would ever be brave enough to really take it to an extent. I don't think he would ever really get in the ring.
Man, like I said, Adam, like, you don't need to be talking to anybody about fighting, man. Like, talk about other people fighting. Don't talk about you fighting nobody unless you talking about you getting your ass whooped. That's the only thing we want to hear out of your mouth about you fighting somebody else is that, you know, within that you gonna know millions of people saw you. What you gonna do in the ring? Like, come on, man. We saw you, man. Like, don't talk like that, man. He didn't want to fight you. Man, stop it. Man, I really hope Sauce reach out because I want to see that fight, man. I really would love to see that. And, you know, it'll be a payday for everybody involved, I'm pretty sure. But, man, Adam need to stop it with this. He gonna whoop somebody's shit, man. Knock it off.
He does, I would be really surprised.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
So, like, what would be your advice to girls out there who are being, you know, preyed upon by like him? Or
I would first, if you come in contact with someone, look at the red, as hard as it might be the first time.
And, you know, this is why bitches don't need to be asked to give advice. You know, but when you's a sucker and a lame like Adam22, of course you're gonna ask a bitch a goofy question like that. But you notice how when she gave her quote unquote advice, she didn't say anything about what type of woman you need to be to whatever man you involve yourself with so that you have the best relationship with that man and so that you choose the right man. Because when you come into a situation thinking about what type of woman you're going to be to that man, then you're going to make a better decision about who you involve yourself with. But when you ain't thinking about what type of woman you're going to be to whatever man you're going to involve yourself with, you end up with anybody and you'll be any kind of bitch to anybody, which that ain't going to never go good. But you notice the bitch didn't say nothing about, oh, you should be this kind of woman to your man so that XYZ goes like this. Then no. Just pay attention to him. Look him in their eyes. That's how you can tell. Bitch, just like your ass, because bitches ain't shit, just like you will look a trick in the eye and lie to him through your teeth and be looking him dead in the eye, just like I'm pretty sure you done look Drake in the eye and lied to his motherfucking ass, and whatever you said to him worked because he bought you that motherfucking Maybach. You know, that shit don't mean nothing, looking a motherfucker in the eyes. This is why, again, you know, especially a broad like this, she's the last motherfucker on earth who need to be giving advice to anybody.
100% of your OnlyFans earnings to a dude.
Yeah, keep
That's
a
crazy.
stash of emergency money, and you know, the first time that they put their hands on you, call the police, make a police report, get a restraining order. Then they won't, you know, men like that, they're gonna be scared to come back around.
Yeah, because you seem like you're moving kind of cautiously, because even when I was asking you in the DMs like where you were staying, you were being kind of tight-lipped about it. Like you seem like you've kind of gone real out of your way to remove yourself from anything that might be involved in this situation.
Yeah, I don't I'm you know, he's also in Houston as well. He's has obviously a bigger name than I do. I'm obviously going against him. I'm obviously exposing him that he's had people come after me before. Why wouldn't he do it again? So yeah, my location at the moment is private. No one knows where I'm at.
For sure. Well, I mean, I just want to say that I appreciate you sharing your story, and I think it's important because like a lot of girls might get kind of seduced into thinking that this sort of dude is the kind of guy that they want to try to build something with, and in reality, I think, you know,
it's not what they think it is.
Yeah, you got to be more, you know, just be, and you can't put the blame on a girl who falls into this sort of thing because they get sold a dream, especially when they're young, and they might think that it's something that it isn't. But I think, you know, you sharing your story is gonna embolden a lot of girls out there, I guess, maybe to, you know, have a little bit of self-respect that they might not otherwise have, and realize that this is like an archetype. This is a type of dude who you got to be careful around. You know?
And also, I know I'm not alone in this type of situation. I know there's a million of other girls going through the same thing right now.
Yeah, but it's a million other girls like yourself that's just trifling and don't think about how you treat people and think about how you are towards people. You know, if you don't have any type of concern for how you treat people or any type of concern of how you are towards people, then, you know, shit gonna go bad for you left and right. You know, you can't just be no trifling ass, disrespectful ass, ain't shit ass bitch and expect the perfect gentleman to come into your life and just treat you like the Queen of England. It don't work like that. You gotta be you know, a certain type of woman to have a certain type of man. But shit.
Even if they're not a pimp, they're just an aggressive man in general.
Right.
You know, that they can't get away from. That, you know, you're just not the only one ever. You know, I sympathize and I get it. And, you know, toxic situations, I hope everyone gets out of those.
Definitely. So, you got any plans that we should know about for the future, or anything that you got that you're working on?
I have a few things I'm thinking about that I'm trying to get started at the moment. But yeah, I mean, I'm just really trying to focus on my son and getting my life together, and, you know, moving forward and trying to do what's best for me and staying away from him.
For sure. I appreciate you sharing your story.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much to Kylie, and anybody who wants to support her in her journey or whatever, head on over to her Instagram, which we'll link below.
Yep, OnlyFans. Thank you.
What's the Instagram _ it's Kylie?
Yep.
Kiley.
Yep.
Like the necklace says. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, for real.
Yeah, I appreciate you too. Thank you.
No Jumper, coolest podcast. Check us out. Like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate y'all.
Lame ass motherfuckers on this interview, boy. And at this point, man, all I want to motherfucker say is,
in the skin soft. Bitch still mad, I don't want her. All summer. This little baby mama drama. Head drop top all summer. Damn near should have wore a condom. Just a little baby mama drama. Yeah, man. Yeah, I can't lie. On Father's Day, that might be the only song I play for the whole motherfucking day, man. Yeah, man, just a little baby mama drama. You did. And I don't know if it's just doing that on my end or if it's doing that on y'all's end as well. But if the shit get to tripping, just tap out, tap right back in. You dig? But yeah, man, you know, that's the gist of that situation there.
Hold on, we gonna talk about some more of this game in just a second. Let me hold up. Come on, man. Okay, there we go. And we gonna shout out these super chats in just a second. Okay. Okay, hold up. Reno Red, good looking with the $2 holler. Much appreciated. Palm, good looking with the $2 holler. Adam22. He's stupid for that. Tyler, as always, good looking with the $2 holler. Palm, good looking with the $2 holler. Damn, what the fuck? Shit tripping. Hold on. Thoughts on Adam and Lena fake divorce? Sorry, I'm late. You know, I ain't gonna speak too much on that, but you know, everything is a play with them. Everything is an act with them. I can't really believe nothing. You know, them people will do anything for $1, and it's just one big soap opera when it comes to them. So I don't even know what to say or think about any of that, other than, you know, it just seemed like another play. Scotty the Pimp, good looking with the $5 holler. Blessings to you, P. Appreciate you, man. Eat Books, good looking with the $2 holler. She got that Danny DeVito profile. See, you say Danny DeVito profile, but I think she looked more like Joe Pesci to me. That's just me. I don't know. Maybe she do look a little bit like Danny DeVito too, but she looked like Joe Pesci in the face to me. I don't know. Oh, man. E-Books, good looking with the $2 holler. Adam or Marquette in a fight, if you had to put money on it. Yeah, I'd have to say Marquisha, man. Marquisha probably win that fight between Adam22. They say Marquisha could fight. I ain't never seen Marquisha fight, but they say he could fight. But whether or not he can fight, it don't take no hell of a skills to beat Adam22 in a fight. Like, anybody who can't see that. Now, a better, more fair matchup will probably be Adam22 versus Crip Mac, because we already seen Crip Mac can't fight neither. But Adam22, man, I don't know. He probably will fuck around, get a lucky. He'll probably swing a lucky one in, and it'll land the right way on Adam22, and he probably could win. But between Marquisha and Adam, yeah, I'd have to say Marquisha probably will get that one. Reap Cash, good looking with the $50 holler coming through. As usual, you dig? Reap Cash here checking in and speaking in the vernacular of silence. Rest in peace, Sinful to P. Man, appreciate you, man. Yes, indeed. And of course, you know what I mean, long live Sinful to P. As always. And speaking of Sinful to P, man, let me check real quick, man, because we almost there. We almost there with Sinful to P, man. I'm about to check, tell you exactly where we at right now. Hold on. Just a little baby mama drama. Okay, as of right now, we are 283 subscribers away from 100,000 subscribers with Sinful to P, man. You dig? So we almost there, man. We gonna be there very soon. And you know we gonna have to celebrate, man. We gonna have to do something, man. We got to do something fly in honor of, Sinful to P reaching that 100,000 subscriber mark. You dig? But it's a beautiful thing, though. Triple Lex, good looking with the $2 holla. Is Kris Kardashian the pimpin' with her daughters? Because she got a snatch between her legs, she could never be the pimpin' per se. But, Kris Kardashian has utilized some game in order to capitalize with her daughters. Hold on. Excuse my pimping. Yeah, she didn't utilize some game to capitalize with her daughters, and put them in front of some money and shit like that. But I wouldn't say the pimping. She just a chick who done soaked up some game, from her first husband, Rob Kardashian. I think she learned a lot of game from him. And I don't think he really get the credit that he deserves. But between her association with him and, being around, wealthy people and things like that, yeah, Kris soaked up a lot of game from people, man. And she definitely utilized it to her, not only to her own advantage, but to the advantage of her family. Got the whole family on. So, yeah, she definitely applied some game, though. But as far as the pimping, nah, she could never be the pimping. E-books, good looking with the $2 holla. Crip back got hands, what you talking about? You gotta warn me, man, if you're gonna make me laugh like that, man. I wasn't prepared for that. E-books really got on here to defend Crip Mac. Talking about, man, Crip Mac got hands, man. What you talking about? Bless Crip Mac heart, man. I like that Crip Mac ain't scary, though. That's one thing I do respect about him. He can't fight to save his life, but he not no scary motherfucker. You gotta give him credit for that. You know what I mean? Shout out to Crip Mac for not being no scary motherfucker. You do. Because he gonna fight anybody. He not gonna really do a good job, but he gonna get down with whoever he need to get down with. I don't know about him ever running from anybody or turning anything down. All I know is him catching fades, and it's a good likelihood that he gonna lose whatever fade he catch. You know what I mean? And that's a prime example. Speaking of motherfuckers, being small, Adam thinking that he gonna just whoop Sauce Walka because Sauce is small. Shit. Crip Mac is bigger than Adam22. And Jap 5, I would say, is probably shorter. They probably about the same height, him and Sauce Walka. They probably about. I ain't never seen Jap 5 in person, but I would imagine him and Sauce is about the same height. Of course, Jap 5 be working out, so he on swole and shit like that. But that's a prime example right there. Jap 5 is much smaller than Crip Mac. But Jap 5 still put them things on Crip Mac. So, You know, but there's plenty of examples of that. You know, like I said, I know some small motherfuckers with hands that'll beat your dog ass, no matter how big you is. So that shit don't mean nothing. But yeah, man, you know, that's the review on that situation there. The bottom line is, you know, from that whole interview, we just went through the whole shit, man. You can see that the bitch, you know, did what somebody like myself would expect her to do, which is, you know, magnify herself and minimize the man in the situation, which in this case was Sauce Walka. Doing everything in her power to minimize him and magnify herself, make herself look like this big old bitch. And again, like I said, is she an ugly bitch? No. But is she the baddest? Not at all. Not by a long shot. And to add insult to injury, man, bad enough you already ain't the baddest bitch, but that's just me. I don't know. Y'all might not see the same thing I see, man, but when I see that bitch, I see Joe Pesci in the face, man. I see my cousin Vinny, man. I see Goodfellas. I see Casino, man. That's you know, that's who I see. That's who I see when I see that bitch, man. So, you know, she can't talk all this high power shit to a motherfucker like me because I see Joe Pesci in the face. So, but she just did what was expected of a bitch to do on a platform like that. You know, but what she don't understand is how that is going to do more harm than help to her being on that platform. Because, and not just being on doing an interview with no jumper, but just all the antics that she's done as far as like calling herself trying to expose Sauce Walka and all this type of shit. See, after something like that, I don't know if, I mean, you know, the spirit of tricking is strong on somebody. So certain tricks is still going to involve themselves with her in spite of her doing all of these things. But, you know, I don't know if the spirit of tricking would compel Drake to still involve himself with somebody like that after these antics. Like if she had done these things before she got involved with Drake, I don't know that Drake would still entertain her. I would like to think that he's smarter than that, but he might not be. But whatever the case, I know certain trick ass rappers and entertainers, celebrities or what have you, they not going to involve herself or give her an opportunity after something like this. So she really kind of more so shot herself in the foot to a certain extent by doing all of this. Now, it is possible for her to redeem herself, but I just don't think she got the game for it. Like, I don't think she got the game to capitalize on the situation the way that she could and should. See, Sauce, he was smart about it. He hurried up, went in the studio, put a song out, and that motherfucker is booming right now. And he put it out at the perfect time, right before Father's Day. All the niggas is going to be bumping this shit. It's going to be the Father's Day anthem. It's going to be the summertime anthem for a lot of niggas. So, you know, Sauce was smart about it. You know, the bitch called herself trying to make a fool of him, and he capitalizing off of it. So, you know, he got 50 Cent bumping the shit. 50 Cent was on the jet the other day, listening to the shit, playing it. So, yeah, it's and don't fuck around and let 50, because 50 got his own little baby mama, I guess you could call it drama. But 50 got his own little situation with his baby mama buzzing around the internet right now too. So it would be a beautiful thing, man, if 50 Cent got on a remix with Sauce. Like that would be some cool shit for 50 to get on a remix with Sauce Walka for this song, and then for them to do a video to it, have a dope ass visual to go with that shit. That'll be the shit. So, you know, really, I would say that this is helping Sauce more than hurting him. But, you know, like I said, her, on the other hand, I don't see her capitalizing on this shit the way that she could. She just don't have the game for it. Because if she had the game for it, she'll be doing better with the shit. And, you know, I ain't going to really get into it now, but maybe tomorrow on the next live I do, I'll probably go into the situation with 50 Cent baby mama, because I watched the interview with her and Academics, and just from Act's standpoint, man, that the interview just, I'll just say it could have been a whole lot better, but I'll go into more details when I do a live about it, man. But that interview was not it. That interview with Academics and Daphne Joy, that's her name. That interview was not it. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely touch on that though, because I got some things to say about that interview. You dig? But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this one right here up though. So but yeah, man, thank you for sharing this video. I appreciate all the comments, questions, input, jokes, feedback, all that good stuff. I appreciate the gifts, and I would have shouted the gifts out, but they be disappearing on me in the chat. They don't stay like the supers be staying. But I appreciate the gifts as well, man. I appreciate you for subscribing. I appreciate you for hitting the bell when you subscribe. I appreciate all the super chats, cash apps, PayPals, gifts. I appreciate your support in every which way that you comes with it, man. Y'all already know who it is and what it is. Freezes it. If you out in traffic moving around, please do so in a safe fashion. And of course, as always, long live the incomparable Sinful to P. We out.
Top on summer, damn near shoulda wore a condom. Just a little baby